can slap a tornado. Yeah, I can dry up a sea. Yeah, when I live for the moment, there ain't no way knowing me.
Let's kick some ass.
And there it is. I don't know. He dropped the phone on that one.
That was George Gatton singing the Matt Hardy theme song by Monster Magnet.
Yeah, it was Monster Magnet.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the song.
I gotta say this, so that era of WWE was not my bag.
Yeah, SmackDown, yeah.
And then I got a video game, and Matt Hardy was on the video game, and I'd play him, and that song would be on, and it got me back into that era.
That changed everything.
When I got the network, I watched a whole bunch of Matt Hardy from that area because I liked the song.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was a great gimmick.
Yeah, fucking blowing it, not using Matitude.
yeah, you need that.
You need Matitude.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. Welcome to Kickin' Ass with Jesse
and Andy.
Brought to you by American Barbell Club.
Yep. Huge
ABC
sponsor. Go there and buy your knee wraps, wrist wraps, sweatpants, shirts. You can buy stuff.
You can buy stuff there.
Yeah,
they're all super nice guys.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
If you're lifting heavy weights,
yeah,
get
they
some
make
shit,
stuff.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna help you out.
Just want to relax on a Sunday, toss on some sweats.
Yeah. throw on a hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine says "Don't fuck up" on it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's aggressive. You can't wear that to Costco.
Yeah.
The other voice that you're hearing, the Southern gentleman that we have here, this is the great Matt Vincent.
What's up, fam? How are you guys?
Thanks for coming, man.
Dude, very, very excited.
He came up just for this podcast. Flew from Louisiana.
I just drove up. You know, I like a good road trip.
We used our big money, flew him in here.
18 hours later, and here he is, and he's going right home.
See the Americas. Gonna bang out 15, maybe 20 minutes of podcast, and then head back to the house.
I'm hitting the roads, guys.
He got some wings earlier. I took him to Lenovo.
You went to Lenovo?
Yeah, I was trying to find it was weird because he literally you know how my stomach is right now I didn't tell you. I got to tell the story about my birthday dinner yesterday.
Okay.
So when I went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I went to the bathroom.
I was there.
Yeah, I know.
And I went in the bathroom after you were there, and I know what happened.
No. You don't know what happened.
Oh God.
Let's and remember you're 40.
Yeah. But hey, Andy turned 40 yesterday. Everybody.
I turned 40.
Hey.
So yeah, clap for that. So this is how I spent my 40th birthday. Got a big back workout in with the boys. And then we all met up to get some sushi. It was my parents, my dad, my mom, you, Laura, and then Wes and Cass. And I was there with my invisible girlfriend. Beautiful.
Lovely girl.
Laura asked if Puff was coming.
Yeah. Puff is now my girlfriend. It's pretty much me and Puff
Laura
are
literally thought
inseparable.
Laura literally, she goes, "Oh, is Puff coming?"
I wish I would have done that.
She goes, "He's been showing up everywhere."
I wish I would have brought
She was
Puff.
dead serious.
So,
anyways.
Okay, so as I was in the bathroom, and it's just really funny because I can bring you in on this, Matt, because of our connection through Jesse Burdick.
True.
Okay, so
he's really gross.
Well, I told a shit story with him.
Yeah. We all
on
have.
the
on Mark Bell's.
Yeah, on the Powercast. So, this place that I went to, and I don't want to bury the place because it's really good, but we always go to this place in Buffalo, and it's a sushi place. We go there, and it
was great.
Yeah. Just
perfect for weight loss. Good cut. Good start to a cut.
As my insides turned to a liquid and were just pouring out of my body mid-meal, it wasn't there was still some stuff left.
Yeah.
At the time, I remembered that every time I went to this place, the same thing happens. So mid-meal, I always have to get up and then I just shit water.
Oh.
It's like you've been attacked from the killer clowns from outer space. Didn't they just liquefy people's interiors and suck them out with giant crazy straws?
I have a weird story about that, too. So,
got 3 inside stories already.
Yeah. We got enough for the podcast.
Yeah,
we're good.
We're an hour in.
Yeah, we got time.
I'm gonna just break down the just unfortunate events that took place in that bathroom.
Like I said, I went in shortly after.
I came out and I used the old, hey, Tom Williams from Straight from the Path called when I
Oh
was in there.
yeah. Why did you like? He just.
was
It's
in there for
okay
a
if you're in there
while.
taking a dump.
No.
Like, yeah.
Meanwhile, you're sweaty.
I didn't
Took
really.
a phone call, guys.
I didn't really want to bring up the unfortunate chain of events that took place there. Because there was.
Is there more to it than a watery shit?
Oh, brother.
Okay.
Yikes.
Bro.
So it is. It was like one of those shits where like the first part of it was solid, and that was like the cork that was holding
Oh no.
the disaster in, and then it sounded like I was peeing into the toilet.
Do you think if you'd have waited long enough, it would have dissolved like Drano through the cork?
Yes. yes.
Yeah. Okay. I see the clock we're on.
So what happened? Now here's the unchained. So that happens. Now when that comes out, it comes out like, you know, like when you're waiting for your friend at the bottom of a water slide.
Yeah.
And then the rush of water comes, and you're like,
Here he comes.
"Oh, here he comes."
Yeah, I gotcha.
It kind of sprays out and covers the area. So I went to wipe, and when I did, it just went
smeared.
all over my hand.
Oh.
Which then,
It's amazing.
which then made me freak out.
I think we should talk about your bill of health.
So I've been great lately, except for this. I think this is
But this happens to you every time you go there?
No,
Pretty much?
Yeah, at that place. I don't want to name the name because
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
like
yeah.
the place. But so that happens. Now it's on my hand, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's a
So
terrible feeling.
I'm going to drop the toilet paper in the toilet, but I'm not lined up because I'm kind of freaking out. There's shit all over my hand, and I drop
Makes sense.
the wet, shitty toilet paper onto the seat.
Oh.
So it's all over the seat, and then my body was already going to sit down, and then I sat
Oh.
in the shit. So I had
All you needed to do at this point was slip and somehow fall into the
Yeah,
toilet.
go ahead first into the toilet.
come out and be like, "Hey, Tom Williams called." So
Now I'm starting to understand why you made him a fake phone call.
so now I'm like, "Oh fuck, man!" Now my ass is all shitty, my hand is all shitty, and then my left leg is full of shit.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, this could be on my shirt.
Yeah, like
This
like
could
an
be on my pants.
like an
You think
area,
you had like a blow up and blow down, like up the
yeah.
crack and down?
area
Yes.
you don't know.
And then we've been talking about MeUndies a lot. I got the variety pack of MeUndies.
Sure did.
I went that day was the first day I went with a white. So I went with
Of course,
the
yeah.
checker.
Men our size,
The
men our
white-
size can't do white.
The white checker.
It's a bad move.
But okay, so listen, because I'm proud of myself later. So then I do just a smack up job cleaning myself.
Gotcha.
Go to the hand, go to the leg, you know, whatever.
Did you like check yourself in
Did
the
you
mirror to
strip
make
down
sure
at
there was?
this
Oh
point,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
completely?
I was almost naked.
Just ass naked in
Just
some
asshole naked
bathroom.
in a sushi bathroom. People are trying to get in.
Yeah, your family's outside waiting on you.
Yeah, my
Two
drunk-
steps away from just setting fire to the building and
Yeah.
running out.
It's a weird thing. There's a
This
fire
place
in there.
has
We
to go.
We gotta go. So I clean myself up, and I do a pretty good job. But I'm like now worried. I'm like, man, I got like white underwear on. When I go home, I'm really gonna find out how good of a job I did. Right? Well, luckily, as we were talking about off, my butthole was nared not that long ago.
Yeah,
Oh, fair.
it's a huge help.
And
It is.
it's just now starting to grow back in.
Yeah, otherwise
Which
it's like
sucks.
cleaning peanut butter out of a shag carpet. It's fucking,
Yes.
it's just not a great way to
So-
go about life.
I get home, and the first thing I do is like the white underwear check. I pull my pants down. Nothing.
There you go.
You sprayed nothing but like doo-doo liquid.
I did a great job.
Right.
It was
But-
just completely white. And then
Your butt crack was hairless, so it saved
yeah,
saved
it
the
was
day.
great.
Yeah.
So guys, that was my 40th birthday.
This is also
Back
a man who
workout
doesn't
followed by
drink,
shitsville.
doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
This is your rage. I can let her rip, boys.
I really let loose.
So there it is, right there. Women, I am single.
First day downhill in life.
Yeah. Hey, single 40-year-old. Hence why my parents were there. Jesse and Laura were there. Wes and Cass were there. And I zero date. Because I'm still shitting my fucking... I'm still shit in my hand and shit in my leg.
I love that.
Hey, how about this? 5 minutes into the podcast, that story's there. We got Matt Vincent here. Here he is. A man with worse knees maybe than me.
Just one.
Just one right now.
The left one's excellent.
Okay, good.
Fucking runs like a top.
Have you had double knee surgery? Like both your knees?
No, the left
You
knee
had on
runs fucking great.
Just the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the right knee, total bag of shit.
He told me some crazy shit at the hotel. So the real reason Matt hit me up a couple months ago, and he was like, "Yo, I want to come to the Christmas show." Yeah. But he's like, "I want to come a couple days early and leave a couple days later." And I was like, "Sure, let's do this."
Perfect.
If you're gonna make the trip to Old Beaver, you fucking come and hang out.
Yeah.
In the winter, smart.
I was gonna get to that because you got your taste already.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that Matt and I met not really. We didn't know each other, but we met each other in Houston at a big fight.
Yeah, at an ETID show.
Yeah, at an ETID show. And this is a couple of years ago where, like, the security, if you guys are listening to this and you're at a show in Houston at
the Warehouse.
At Warehouse Live.
Yeah.
And then the security took liberties on us, broke Jordan's guitar and split Keith's head.
Yep.
And then I tried to fight a dude that looked like Predator. And he wouldn't fight me.
No, he didn't want to go.
No.
How long ago was this?
This is probably 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, probably
Somewhere
close to
there.
that, yeah.
Because we toured with the Bled at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
so I was
Keith had really
I was
bled.
tour managing for a buddy of mine's band, Merriweather, and we were there. We just finished playing some shows with the Bled, so the Bled invited us to come hang out.
Okay.
So we're hanging out with them, and sure enough, the shit went south during y'all's show.
Yeah.
And then, like, y'all left the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
Plus
fucking
we had to,
called
like,
it,
deal
right?
with it.
Yeah, because
Well,
fucking Keith's head's bleeding.
Yeah. I mean, that was our last song anyways.
Right.
So we were heading out anyways.
And then
We're good for 20.
so it was kind of getting a little heated between the guys and between security. And about that time, like, one of the dudes from the Bled grabs me as just another heavy guy.
Of course, yeah, you're a big
They're
dude.
like, shit goes south. We're going to need help. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm your Huckleberry. So just kind of stood waiting in the wings.
Yeah, waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. And they didn't want to go.
I was just thinking that on the way here. Like, I've never asked you about this before because, like, we just went to the Hatebreed show a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And the fight broke out, like, towards the end of, like, Hatebreed's set.
Yeah.
And, like, they just kind of, like, they're so used to it, they just kind of, like, laughed it off. And, like, they played
security
to it.
did?
No,
Oh, the band did.
the band did. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Joss like, stopped the song.
Yeah,
And just kind of, like, laughed it off. But it was, like, they're just so, he was, like, he was making a joke of it. He's like, we almost made it. Because,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
at Hatebreed show, there's probably a fight every show.
That seems like a place there'd be
I heard
fights.
some wild
Yeah.
story, and I don't know where it was, like Milwaukee or something like that. And there was, like, they played some, this is all ages ago, like Satisfaction era, Perseverance section. And, like, people were smashing, like, it was, like, maybe an arena or, like, a small type of, like, convention center or something, and people were smashing the windows in the front.
Oof.
And then the security or something like that were outside, and the dudes were grabbing the glass. And, like, remember when you were a kid and you'd, like, whip a shingle?
Yeah.
Like, from a house?
Throwing glass like
They were
that?
just whipping glass at them.
Fuck.
Fucking bottle kids.
Yeah.
Well, that's,
Basically, but, like,
such
really
a bottle
dangerous.
kids, dude.
well, that's like, I mean, I remember seeing like a big fight break out during like Sick of It All. And same thing, they just kind of, you could tell they were used to it. They just kind of like laughed it off, like, all right, guys, cut it out. And like Lou was doing like the Karate Kid stance.
Yeah.
And like, but like with you guys, yeah, like what do you guys do when like
We
fights
don't
break
stop.
out? You just keep
Never.
going, just sell it.
There was like a bunch of times where like, I mean, bad fights would break out. I remember one.
Well, like the one you're talking about, you said you guys just stopped.
Well, that was because they were attacking us.
it was into the show, but it was just between
the band,
like
and
security
the,
arguing
band-
with
the
the
band
band.
and
Yeah, it
security?
wasn't like the
Okay.
crowd didn't get loose.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
So like we had to stop because like a dude literally grabbed Keith and like threw him off the stage.
Yeah.
And he like hit his head on the barricade.
And Jordan's guitar was broken.
Yeah, like a dude
Yeah.
broke Jordan's guitar.
The
and
fucking
stuff.
the crowd had to be furious.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, because the security ruined the show for him.
Yeah.
It was a very
Well,
weird night.
It's weird when that shit happens because like, and obviously I talked about stuff with like lawsuits and stuff like that. I probably shouldn't have talked about that, but
Well,
I didn't name names or anything like that, so whatever.
That makes it okay.
But like barricades to me are like scarier than just having no barricade because I've seen security dudes, and this isn't like I'm not literally not blaming security dudes. Like they need to be there. Like so you can't have a crowd of people without
with
some
zero.
sort of like
Yeah.
just
Law.
help, right?
Yes.
So like But you'll get that guy that's like, a kid gets on stage,
Oh, and it's his chance.
just happens to get by,
Yep.
and like he dives.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes a dude will jump up, grab his leg, the kid bottles out,
and like cut him
smashes
short.
his face on the barrier. I've seen it before, like, and
Right.
it sucks. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, dude, this guy got past you. Fuck it, like let him go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That punishment's not quite worth the crime.
Yeah. And at
The
that
dude's
point in
enjoying
time,
the show. He's not fucking with the band.
Yeah.
He just cut him off midair.
Yeah.
And he just smashed himself.
You know,
I think I stage dove at that show at the warehouse, by the way.
Hell
did
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Hell
Big
yeah.
boy, man.
I was wearing Jordan's Buffalo jersey.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think he was that into it.
I
I was probably
He wasn't-
ruining his jersey, fucking
wasn't-
stretching it all out.
He wasn't as into it as I was.
Yeah.
I was digging
Poor
it.
crowd didn't go for it. I
Didn't
don't
give a
think.
fuck.
Bring that up to Jordan.
Yeah, I went to the earth quickly.
Hey, I don't even remember this. Like, you fucking asshole.
Stress the shit. Stress
That
the
was
shit out of my
fucking
jersey.
favorite jersey.
Yeah, it's all stretched to shit now. It's
Yeah.
like bacon neck.
But yeah, so Matt just landed, like 3 hours ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, something
And
like that.
it's just snowing like a motherfucker outside.
Yeah, but we got 2 inches in Baton Rouge earlier this week, so I'm basically prepared.
Oh, yeah. You're ready
You're like
to
an
rip.
expert.
Yeah,
in
it's
snow.
been 70 most of this
Yeah.
week.
A
That's
great
insane.
A great quote though was when we just left Grapplers Anonymous, the wrestling school here, and he was just like, "Hey guys, there's roads that like lead south, and you can like take your life on those roads and
Yeah,
get
both
the,
you guys have jobs that aren't required in the industry.
get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of
Also
this
really
shit."
cheap at home. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, Louisiana's a great place to live. Plus, we have alligators and malaria.
There's roads that lead there. You can just jump on them. Fucking.
Who's there? Someone has a joke. Oh, it's fucking Doug Stanhope has that joke. He talks about it all the time. Where like he goes to like, New Mexico or something like that, and like his first like opening joke in like cities like that is just like, or places like that are just like, you can leave here.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty awesome.
I feel that way about like my hometown and stuff like that. Like even Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is fucking small, right? So I mean, I think we're like 350,000 people or something
Yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh.
And like I grew up 2 hours west of Baton Rouge on Interstate 10 in a little town called Sulphur, and like we had maybe 25,000 people.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it was cool. It was a cool place to grow up. It was
Yeah.
not a ton of trouble to get in.
What was
Yeah.
the
I
biggest
fucking know
place?
everyone. We go to Lake Charles, which probably had 100,000.
No. I'm talking about like fast food places.
Oh,
Where
shit.
you go?
We had
Subway?
standard
Where were-
stuff,
where
right?
were your
We had standard
spots?
stuff, but then like the killer stuff was Cajun Fast Mart was a gas station. I worked there for part of high
Yeah.
school.
Uh-huh.
Sweet gig there. I was selling booze on the side to friends.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You know, I made up prices. Make
Yeah.
wet my beak.
Make
you
my
know?
own price. Yeah.
Always had a scam running somewhere.
Yeah.
We do
Wet
that.
my whistle
or,
a little bit over here.
I also worked at the golf course, and we got fucked up there a lot.
Yeah.
Hung out there and smashed golf balls.
Gotcha.
We wrecked a bunch of golf carts. We one time built a ramp to jump a golf cart over one of the ponds.
Yep.
Golf carts don't jump so good.
Oh, yeah.
So they basically, there was never a point, I believe, that both tires were in the air. So
Oh.
It just went off the ramp and straight into the water.
Like nose dove.
Yeah, golf carts are also super fucking heavy because they're battery filled. And our response to the golf cart going into the pond
Yeah.
was we took a sawzall and cut the roof of it off below the water level
What?
and just assumed that nobody would ever notice. So like if it ever got too dry during the summer, you could start seeing like the 4 posts of the like what it's not a roll cage but like the roof side.
How old were you guys when you were doing this?
High school.
Yeah, exactly. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
We were making a ton of great decisions.
Yeah, and usually, I mean, this is strange, but usually a lot of like small towns like that, teen pregnancy is always like a really big
Well,
thing.
what else are you
too.
gonna do besides
Exactly.
drink and bang
Like
each other?
yeah, like
Calling
drugs.
you out, man.
Yeah,
I'm not-
I,
I'm not
this
saying-
comes out
I
never
never
got
got-
pregnant.
Some sort of statistician here. Pepper Parks, the statistician.
I just googled
Sulphur was
it,
a
and
weird one though because like everything
was-
funneled to one high school.
I read like your bio, and I just pulled up like all the stuff about sulfur, and
Teen pregnancy is an issue.
yeah,
you
like
guys should really get on that.
Dustin Diamond is like the most notable person.
Most famous person from town, yeah, Dustin Diamond. Screech. He's
Who's
doing
the most?
great.
Are you the most notable guy from sulfur?
No, I'd probably say my brother.
Yeah.
But even then, like it's maybe. I think allegedly the rumor that we had
Yeah.
was one of the guys in Green Day was from Sulphur at some point.
Okay.
Like lived there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Very cool. He stayed in a hotel there. That's the big
And
news of
I
South
thought it
Road.
was the drummer.
Trey Cool.
I thought Trey Cool at some point lived in Sulphur.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to back that
Yeah,
up.
that's it. That's all I
That's
got.
a really
Yeah.
weird.
We
like-
knew a guy who had a photo with them while they were in Sulphur.
And they were
we
living.
just assumed they were from there.
Yeah.
They
stayed there.
So Trey, if you'd like to call in and let us know.
Yeah. He won't be here when you get the call, but like we'll take it for
in a
him.
Call
couple
in
weeks.
now. Call
yeah.
in live.
Yeah. I feel like for the listeners, we should probably explain like what Matt does.
Oh,
Just a Southern brother.
figure it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
just a dude.
He's cool.
He used to be part of the tag team LOD 2000.
Yeah, LOD 2000. Yes.
I was gonna try to come up with what was
I was
like
gonna- I was
what was like
waiting to
US
see.
what was the USWA like future tag team? New Breed?
Oh, I don't know.
The New Breed?
I was gonna say Future Shock.
It was like the New Breed, and it was like those dudes. Fuck, am I right on that one? USWA, they had those, and like dudes talk about.
Was it like a demolition type tag team or something?
No, not at all. These dudes were like, they had a whole gimmick that they were from the future and shit like
Oh,
That's a fucking great
that. What the
guy.
fuck was the dude's
They
name?
time
Chris
traveled?
Champion was one of the dudes. Chris
Really?
Champion and
They time traveled and have the technology
yeah,
to
yeah.
time
Well, they went
travel,
back.
and they
They were-
chose to come back to wrestle people.
they only came down for 3 years.
Oh,
Made a
you
run in
think-
the USWA and then went back.
yeah. You think
Okay.
that you think
Yeah.
that their wrestling moves would be far advanced of
They were
everybody
though.
else?
Because
Yeah.
that was I remember like people talking about that where they were like, "Oh, dude, the New Breed like." If it wasn't for those guys, like I would have never thought about going to the top rope. USWA, like,
They were really-
just going to the top rope.
They were
was,
really
like,
ahead of the game.
yeah. But they had like flat top haircuts and like with like a little mullet in the back.
What was the long term game about going back in time to wrestle?
Yeah.
Like, what do they bring back?
What
with
advantages did they
that
have?
those cool moves? The top rope. They went to the top.
And their futuristic.
Like,
no one had ever done that
In the
before.
Futuristic
future,
haircuts.
man. Yeah, and then the haircuts.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
So yeah, you know, they
I assume they just had haircuts like DeAntword.
for real though, like it was Chris Champion kind of had that mullet vibe.
Yeah,
like that,
right. That's
that
a
flat top
future
mullet.
haircut for sure.
We were on like a festival with Diane. We did like a few festivals with Diane.
Those guys are exciting.
You know what's really weird? Nobody gave a shit about them at the festivals. Like they're big in like select markets,
Right.
but then like we were supposed to believe that we were supposed to give a shit about them. So like we weren't allowed in certain areas that Diane Word was around.
Exhausting.
That type of shit. I don't
That
ever.
sucks.
I've never tolerated that well.
I just don't subscribe to that world. So
Yeah.
like if you're a man, you're equal with me. So like
I had a really run in with Jared Leto.
me too. I can
Fair
tell,
enough,
I'll tell that
perfect.
story.
Uh,
Did he let you talk to him?
let's a weird word.
Is he
Did a
one of
guy
the,
come out of nowhere and be like, "What are you saying to him?"
really?
That's happened to me.
So the band I was working with, we're playing a local show like at our fucking spot, right?
Yeah.
The varsity.
Yo,
in
I
Baton
still
Rouge,
love right now. Nobody knows what you do. They're
Perfect.
like, okay,
Yeah,
so he's in the
yes.
band world.
I thought of it
This is
already.
great.
Hey,
I've done a lot of
wait,
things.
is he in the
I
wrestling
worked at a
world?
golf course.
Possibly.
I kinda,
Also worked at
I kinda
Cajun
like,
Fastball.
I love it.
I like this gimmick
Bootlegging
we're working
Bud
right
Light.
now.
Yeah.
It's a great gimmick we
Hey.
got going.
He's got a
a lot of
shitty
weird
knee.
jobs, man.
But I
Got a
really want to
bad
hear
knee.
this Jared Leto story bad.
So so like they're playing the show and it's like our fucking venue, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so we open for them and like we get this message like before we open, and it's like they don't want you guys in the green room,
Oh yeah.
and so like they set like an ice chest of beer like in the fire lane on the other
Very
side of
cool.
the stage, and we're like, this ain't gonna fucking fly.
Yeah.
Like we work there.
Yeah.
We know all the security guys.
Yeah.
The guys you're hoping to keep us out, like you guys don't travel with security dudes. There's a bunch of fucking 5'5", 110-pound dudes in your band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wearing
Yeah.
eyeliner.
Uh-huh.
So,
The bass player wears gloves when he plays.
Right.
Very weird.
That's
right, go sit on the fucking bus, guys, if you're uncomfortable.
There you
You
go.
guys can go there.
Yeah.
And so, we just fucking booted into the green room like we own the goddamn place, which, as far as we were
yeah,
concerned,
we
you
kind of
did.
did. Yeah.
he's on a couch, and you could see this look of confusion
Yeah.
of why we're in there. And so I just went in with like super nice, super positive, touchy, aggressive.
Oh, hey. Like,
And so like fucking arm around him on the couch.
Yeah.
like kill him with
And, like,
kindness. Yeah.
Just like I just not aware of reading the vibe that he's fucking miserable.
yeah, you don't get it.
Yeah.
You
And I'm just like,
you
dude,
didn't get the memo about not
Love
being
you
in the
guys
green
stuff,
room.
man. So
Yeah.
fucking cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I told all my fucking friends Leet was going to be playing tonight. I just kept calling him Leet. I gave him a nickname.
Yeah.
He didn't appreciate it.
He doesn't appreciate
I
shit.
shook him around a lot.
Yeah.
Like my pal.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking need anything, man. We're going to hook this up tonight.
Yeah, we were on Warped Tour with him.
Oh, he
which
did
to
not
me,
like me.
But on Warped Tour, like you don't have like a set schedule.
It's field trip, dude.
It's not a set schedule. So like someday you play at 10 a.m.
Right.
The next day you play at 3 p.m. You
Just
know what I
keep
mean?
the fans guessing.
Yeah. So like open field, it's Buffalo, New York, my fucking city.
Right.
The official president of Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
I was told that. I was
Andy
like,
Williams.
you're going to Buffalo, but at least you're there with the mayors.
Yeah,
fucking right.
Yeah. So, but you guys will see it this Saturday at the Christmas show. It's like I will be moving constantly. My phone will be going off constantly.
I just can't even imagine.
Every friend that you haven't talked to in 10 years hitting you up about a spot.
You got tickets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They've been sold out for 6 months, but
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
So like Warped Tour is the same way. It's like the whole day is just like, hey man, can you get me in? It's like you're what?
Yeah.
Who is this? New phone.
Yeah,
Who
like
dis?
yeah.
Good
So
call.
I see Jared Leto like in a field, and I know our time's coming up, dude. It's an open field. It's not even.
Right.
This isn't a dressing room. This is an open
Yeah,
field
there's other dudes playing wiffle ball right
on
next
the
to you.
Earth.
Yeah.
Planet Earth.
On planet Earth, Jared Leto's sitting there. No one's near him. So I go up to him. I go, "Hey, Jared, are you guys playing next, or are we playing next? Like, I haven't seen the schedule. Like, are you guys playing next?" And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, what's going on, bud? Are you playing next, or is my band?
I play
playing
in a
next?
band.
Are you
as
alive?
well?
Yeah. Like, and I think my band's playing after yours.
We're slightly closer to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, "Can you do it?" And then a guy came out of nowhere and shoved me.
Ooh.
And he goes, "What are you saying to him?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, I'm Jared, are you guys on next? Or I'm just talking over the guy now.
Yeah, who the fuck are you,
And the guy's
bud?
got his hand on me, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna fuck you up, man." And I go, "You don't know where the fuck you are. You're in fucking Buffalo. This is my fucking city." Said that to him.
Yeah,
Get your fucking
straight
hand
up.
up. And I remember this. It was a fucking awesome. Because I just met Davey Havoc, like not that far before that. And this is like parasol, walking around with a parasol, like white face paint, Davey Havoc.
Yeah. Like Davey Havoc at Davey Havoc's prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he comes flying out of nowhere, and he's like, "What is this guy saying to you, Andy?" Blah, 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 like taking my back. And I was like,
Christ.
"Straight edge motherfucker." Like just immediately was just like, Davey Havoc's got my back, and I'm looking, and I'm like, this is fucking weird, man.
Weird day.
I'm looking at fucking Jordan Catalano, and I'm talking shit to Jordan Catalano, and I have Davey Havoc with a parasol
Ready to throw down.
It's
The worst tag team ever.
Yeah, it's just like, this is weird. It's like, it was just so weird, man.
Did you tell me you just like Tom Haverford and like scoop Davey up and carry him off
just
like 105
thank you very
pound
much.
man?
We're out of here now. And it was
Davey knows the schedule.
It was awesome,
enough.
and I was just like, I'll just go look myself, man.
Yeah,
but he like
fuck.
wasn't fucking.
He just
talking.
wouldn't
Did he
respond.
like not
Dude,
make
it was
eye contact or
Nothing,
just got
man. It was so fucking weird, man. Just looking at me, and I was just like, motherfucker, like every single day our bands play either before or after each other.
I wonder if you'd run into him now and he's like, "Really sorry, dude. I was high on peyote."
Yeah. Exactly.
I honestly did
Yeah, on a
not
weird
see
day.
you. I thought I was
I don't remember
responding.
that. I don't remember that
Very
entire
sorry.
day. Yeah.
I thought I was talking to Rip Torn.
It's like Rick James. And he's like, "That was today.
yeah.
I slapped you earlier today." He's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Kevin Nash had that story. He did the movie with Tom Cruise, that like rock star movie where they sing and stuff. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
think
Rock
of
of Ages.
That's
Yeah.
a weird one.
So
I liked
like,
it.
but he said like they gave like everybody got like a rundown about like Tom Cruise, like don't talk to him, don't look him in the eyes. But no, but like so you get this huge rundown because he's always surrounded by people, like
course.
entourage.
Yeah.
But like Nash said, like on set, like he saw Tom Cruise and he just went up to him and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And like they just and he was
Started
like, "Oh, hey."
talking.
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of the opposite of the Jared Leto story, but it's like Tom Cruise. It's like they're basically doing that for punishers. Like
Oh, of
if you're a
course.
normal
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? It's like he's not really that guy, but they kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier just to make a blanket rule,
Yeah.
right, than it is to
Yeah.
say like, "You're cool, fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm gonna say this, man. If I was on a movie set and I was trying to ask fucking Jared Leto questions, I understand that attitude. But
Well, like
dude,
if you're the craft service guy,
but if
Yeah.
you're
Or
if
on
you're
a,
also in
middle
a
of a-
fucking movie with
but
him.
if you're on a fucking tour with me
Yes.
and you're that guy, like this is
We both play fucking shows here.
I feel it in wrestling a lot because I'm a fucking band guy coming into wrestling.
Right.
So sometimes I'll get like wrestlers that are just like, you can tell they're just kind of like, oh, this is another dude's taking a wrestler's
tourist.
spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. It's a shitty attitude to have in general, but like, dude, you're in my world. Like, you're an actor in the music world, and you're giving me attitude, and all I'm asking is one question that you could have been like, and all it was, yeah, our band's on next.
Or just be like, I honestly don't know.
30 Seconds of Mars was on next.
Right.
And he was on vocal rest. I get that. A dude coming on nowhere and touching me and like pushing me, all the motherfucker had to be like, hey man, he's on vocal rest right now. What do you need to say? And I would have been
even
like,
on vocal rest, he could have been like, I think next.
yeah, of course.
Like, if you're so goddamn fragile, as your job,
vocal rest is a thing.
Is a thing, but it's usually after.
Yeah.
They play, but they were like next. Who fucking cares?
Right, sure.
All I know is that
unacceptable.
That band had like 40
unacceptable.
computers on stage.
I know 2 fucking people who've had interactions with Jared Leto, and neither went well.
yeah.
It's
So whatever.
It's swing and a miss.
So yeah, Matt is here. I still don't want to let it go.
Yeah, we'll just fucking sling it at the end.
Well, this is like
Whether
this-
you like me or not, this way there's no guesswork.
I mean,
about
this
what it
is
I've
like
done.
this is I guess like a dabble, but like another funny quote he gave me earlier was, we were doing some good brother talk while you guys were in the ring at Grapplers, and I was like, yeah, he's like, you do some stuff with like On It, right? And he was like, yeah. And I think Nick Merrick, who's actually slowly turning into one of my favorite human beings,
great.
I was like, yeah, Matt, do you take Alpha Brain? He's like, oh yeah, man, I love it. And Nick Merrick's like, how many do you take?
Yeah.
Matt just goes, like 15.
15 a day, you fucking run them in.
I'm pretty sure the max is like 6, which is a
Yeah,
lot.
but you can't die from that shit.
Nah, impossible.
Yeah.
No one's ever died from it.
Yeah. Yeah. No one's ever
You were
died.
real straight up about that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I've heard like Rogan and I've heard Brendan Schaub say they take like loads.
A lot. Yeah.
Man, 15's a lot.
Like I said, but it's not an everyday thing.
I was
I don't
taking
always
6.
need the RPMs up that high,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah.
taking 6.
Some days I got
day?
some shit to get done.
Yeah.
Like at
Taking
once or
6
like
a day.
3 and 3?
At once.
Whew.
I need to focus on like hummingbird speed.
Yeah.
This
is
done.
Guys got a lot of work to do.
a true story. And when I did have an On It, I'm not cool anymore, but when I did have an On It endorsement, I was the first ever musician endorsed by On It. Thank you very much. They're just a very
Be
out of
impressed.
shape Andy jumping with like. I was trying to do this like old early '80s Good Brother Southern wrestler look with like a dyed white hair with like a black dark beard look, and that's what they put on.
That was
the
the picture
site.
they had
To be
up
honest
there.
with you, dyed beard's a very strange look to
It
me.
wasn't dyed, but it's just like, I have
but
a
in
dark,
general,
Blonde
Yeah,
hair and
yeah,
then
yeah.
a dark beard.
Yeah.
I have a yeah.
or
I'll
just dark like that weird soy sauce colored beard, like Liam Neeson's hair.
tell you. yeah.
It's a fucking bad look.
Sauce color.
That's what it is. It's like this weird ombre with brown
Soy sauce
slash
is a good
black
way to
in
put it.
places it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
My big thing now is like, and Laura hates it, is I'm real big on picking out when dudes have hair plugs in Hollywood.
Oh man,
And like, 'cause, I mean, if you look for
it's
it now,
crazy, dude. Everywhere.
like the doll hair where it
Elon
goes like
Musk?
across.
Yes.
Elon Musk got fucking $1 billion and drew his
Yeah.
hairline back. Incredible.
I
That guy's amazing, by the way.
I just got I was in Europe, so when I came home, the Rolling Stone that he's in is there, and I haven't
He's
read it yet.
married and divorced the same woman twice
That's
How weird is
pretty, yeah.
with no prenups ever.
It's a bold
Weird.
move.
He loves pussy.
that? Yeah.
That guy goes to Burning Man every year and it has like a 50-foot fucking yacht that he's
Yeah.
converted into an electric car.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's so
Fuck
cool.
yeah, the insanity this guy's got.
So
We
cool.
need to accept him because if not, he'll turn into a supervillain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he
and fuck
is.
everybody.
He's there, man.
It's borderline. I don't know where that accent's from. It sounds like the future.
yeah.
I think it's South African mixed with insanity.
Hey, he might have met New Breed. He might New Breed. He might
That
have
was
been
the
in-
plant.
He might have been in
New
Memphis.
Breed actually came back.
Yeah, he might have been in Memphis
Impregnated a
around
gal.
91,
Yeah.
92 and met Chris Champion. And Chris Champion was like, I'm going to give you a couple ideas for the future, but in 4 months, I'm out.
Right. Take
You're
over.
going to have to take this. We
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah.
We need this then.
Dude, we got to post a picture of New Breed. That's got to be the picture. Matt, we got to
A
somehow.
poorly photoshopped picture of my face on New Breed. I'm totally into it.
The other guy in New Breed, not Chris Champion.
No, I would definitely be the guy that no one knows his name.
other-
yeah. The other guy.
I was the other half of New Breed.
Yeah. What I was going to say about Alpha Brain, though, is like when I had the endorsement, I would get Alpha Brain, and we wrote the last 2 records piped up on Alpha Brain.
Nice.
So every single day that we would go write, I would make the dudes take 3 pills.
If that's
before
not
What?
a fucking
Straight up.
golden.
I'm telling you that I'm
Like
not
you guys,
kidding you.
you guys have to take
Dude, do you
these?
remember when I had it? Remember when
Yeah.
I had the endorsement?
Yeah.
Right? I would make sure that they gave me $300 a month. I told you that.
Yeah.
I would, if we knew we were going to write songs, I would just spend the $300
On Alpha Brain?
just
Alpha
Alpha
Brain.
Brain.
It's awesome.
It
the
would
squad.
be there. I swear,
the squad.
this isn't. Just because you're there now and I'm not. This isn't me trying to put it over and try to get my endorsement back
Yeah, please help me
at
out.
all. But like,
If you'd like to mail checks to Buffalo,
Alpha Brain literally fueled the last 2 Every Time I Die records.
brilliant.
100%.
That is pretty sweet.
I like to know a band that really fucking rages. You guys just have a sweet bowl of Alpha Brain, pour
Dude,
it out on
every single day. I would give every
powdered
single
stuff.
dude 3 pills.
Same thing Ozzy did.
Yeah.
Just new age.
Where we snorted it.
Yeah, right.
Way more new.
Ozzy
yeah.
snorted a line of ants.
It was 3 Alpha Brains, a multi-vi, and something else. I'd make them take every single day.
The healthiest boys
Can't
I've
have
ever
sick.
been.
Yeah. Can't have them sick. Gotta go. Man. We gotta
Can't
write
be
some
sick,
songs.
guys. We got
Have you thought about keeping them all in bubbles every day?
Yeah. I
Like
100%
just those orby things that you
Jordan
can
just
get
broke
in
his
at
foot. We need him healthy.
yeah.
the orb things that you can get in at like a state fair and
Yeah.
like, run each other down.
Yeah.
Like, just,
I like-
each of the band has to be in one of those.
At this point in time, Matt might be a doctor also.
Yes.
You never know.
I mean, did he break a fibula?
Yeah.
That's a bone.
Yeah, tell us about this knee gimmick, because that's what I was getting at. It's like, when I brought him to the hotel, I was like, hey, man, how's the knee doing?
Half
This
an hour
is-
ago, he said some crazy
This
shit
is
at the hotel.
7
Dude, never got to
surgeries
it. Fuck,
in
really?
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
On one knee?
It's been
Okay,
a cool hobby.
Yeah.
let the cat out of the bag. Matt is a 2-time world
Yeah,
champion.
2-time Highland Games world champion. For those of you who don't know what Highland Games is, which I assume is most,
He
you've
picked
ever
the
seen
most,
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
specific sport to get into.
what I did was I dwindled down strength sports to find one that I was really good at, and then
Yeah.
became the best at it.
Yeah.
So Highland Games, if you're not familiar, it's where the chubby dudes in kilts throw telephone poles. There's also 8 other events.
Yeah, but that's the one that gets
That's the
most
one
press.
everyone can be like, oh, I do that, and you guys
So,
lift the big heavy stones. Like, no,
I gotta
that's
ask more
strongman.
before we get to the knee. I gotta ask more questions.
Yeah,
So the 8 other events, you
Yeah.
gotta throw the thing over the
you throw a 56-pound weight over a bar.
which is crazy. To
Yeah,
me.
for height.
Yeah.
I think I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can do it. It's just a matter of how good you
Of
are.
course.
The
Not-
bar can
not
go
good.
up forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I could get it over there.
Oh, again,
1 out of 100 times.
What depends on the height we're at?
Yeah, true. 8 feet, I'm good.
Oh, 8 feet, you're golden.
And is that what you said? You were 290 then?
Yeah,
When you were doing
I
that?
was a big, healthy fella.
Yeah. Was that, I mean, like powerlifting, is it better to be bigger for that?
For Highland Games, because the stuff we throw, right? Like we're throwing a 56-pound weight, the cabers, I don't know, 140, 150 pounds. You need a certain amount of sand in your pockets to just be able to leverage it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
mass
when-
moves mass.
When you're throwing, it's obviously not a shot put, but it
Yeah,
is
we
a
throw
shot
stones.
Put. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like an
just like a
actual
shot put.
stone,
Yep.
and it has to be the same weight.
They vary. So
That's fucked up.
so we have a heavy stone and a light stone. The heavy stone's the Braemar, and it would be anywhere from 22 to 28 pounds.
Okay.
And then that one's from a standing throw.
Yeah.
And then the rules vary occasionally depending on where you're at.
Okay.
Sometimes you can reverse, sometimes you can't move your feet.
Yeah.
Just you play it by the day.
Yeah.
Very in-line, very specific rules to the sport, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious.
The open stone is thrown just like shot put, so you can throw it any way you want to, as long as you stay within the trig, the ring.
Okay.
And that's how, like, the old videos of you doing the run up on the curb.
Yeah. So
and
that
that's
would
like
be-
you would do an actual shuffle step instead of the.
So I would spin.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
do
I
spin.
did spin,
I
yeah.
can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Your shot knee.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's used to work.
Is that what fucked your knee?
I would just say more years of wear and tear.
Training and shit.
Yeah, so I tore an ACL in college doing track and field at LSU, and then got it fixed, and then re-tore it.
Were you there with Shaq?
I was not. I've met
shit.
Shaq.
Okay.
I've run into him in the weight room. He's a fucking gigantic human.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember watching him bench press and be like, "That is longer than I move. That's more range of motion than I have in my
Yeah,
squat."
it's got to be
Yeah.
Fucking poor guy.
Yeah.
Fucking giant arms.
I will always ask when they say something about college. I will always ask them.
You mean Shaq?
Like 56 years ago. Did you meet Jim Brown? No? Okay.
Oh, well. Anyways.
Shaq got a doctorate from LSU.
Yeah, man.
Did he
Well,
really?
he bought a building. They
Yeah.
tend to give you whatever you want. You do
Yeah.
that. I don't think he can do brain surgery.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a basketball guy, but when I was a kid and he was like breaking back, like
so
backboards, I
Shaq
was
was
like,
the
this
best,
is the
dude.
coolest
He
shit ever.
changed
Awesome.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't another guy, and still hasn't been another guy that was over 7 foot, over 300 pounds,
Yeah.
and moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he was young, when he was like thin.
You know,
Dude,
and,
he used to go
and-
coast to coast sometimes.
dude, and people that are like, oh, look, can't shoot free throws. You get up there and
Doesn't
try to
matter.
throw a goddamn tennis ball, which is the equivalent of his hands on a regular
Yeah.
basketball, like at a rim that's at eye level.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
And then there
Yeah.
was that whole thing, Hack-a-Shack. where,
yeah,
like,
they changed the game.
yeah,
to
they
play
would.
against
Yeah,
him.
they would foul because they knew
They
he
would
couldn't
just
shoot
fucking
free
foul
throws,
him.
so they would
Yeah.
just follow him, and just so he's just getting beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's
And
a
not
monster, man.
not to mention, like, has like the best, funniest personality of all
Oh,
time.
he's great. He's
I
a great
love
guy.
that he's just for sale now.
Oh yeah, the
He's on the
dude,
general.
The general commercials?
Yeah,
The
Gold
gold,
Bond.
dude,
How
the
much
gold
you guys
bond
paying?
ones are, the
Yeah.
gold bond
Shaq
ones are
will be
the
there.
best.
Yo,
He-
we need
he
Shaq
does like
for
a
the-
he does like a shoulder shrug.
Yeah,
It's
we need to get
awesome.
Shaq to do something for kicking ass.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Just blow whatever the year's budget
Yeah.
is on one commercial
Yeah,
for
just
Shaq
like
to.
Shaq. Yo, we just need you to say 3 words.
How much
Please.
cash? We need 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
we
be
probably
so
can't
cool.
afford it.
All right, go back to the shitty.
So, tore the ACL in college.
Tore it
got
again?
it sorted out. Tore it in 2006. I owned a bicycle shop and was at a skate park riding BMX and tore my ACL there.
That's what big dudes do.
Yeah, smart, right? Well, I was coming in a roller
Yep.
and
As I
some
do every day.
fucking- some like little kid, like on some 18-inch like little bike, right? Like rolls out in front of me. So I threw the leg down to hit the brakes, and hyperextended, popped and tossed me, like just high-sided me over the
man.
bike, right? I would have just left it like a red cloud in the middle of this goddamn skate park had I gone through that kid.
Yeah.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
He just cruised on like it never happened.
Oh, your knees just destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
cost me everything.
Yeah.
And now it's
Cost
Ryan
me my
Sheckler.
life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly. That's who
Yeah.
it was.
He's making $1 million.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Send me a knee, bud.
Yeah.
Everyone knows bones are made out of the stuff your muscles don't want.
Yeah.
And so
So that was
at
the
that point
second
in my
or third
life,
time you
yeah, I'm
blew it
like
out?
22, 23. Don't exactly have the old LSU being an athletic scholarship insurance anymore.
Uh-huh.
So decided we don't need to fix this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll fix
So
itself.
rode it out for 10 years without one, and
Yeah.
basically competed or rode it out for longer than 10 years. Did my entire time I competed in strongman, powerlifting, and the Highland Games without an ACL.
Whew.
That's crazy.
And so it worked really, really well if I knew what direction I was going to go.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to spin, I can do this, I'm cool. But like if you were going to say like react left or right, like a sniper in the rafters, I'm just going to collapse over to one side. And be like,
Yeah.
"Ah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
learned how to fall a long time ago, so that
Yeah.
worked out. So finished all that. Eventually, I tore a meniscus squatting, which is really fucking rare. So that thing was on its last leg.
Yeah. Obviously.
Tore a meniscus, and so finished that season after like a scope, and that would have been like the end of 2016, and in like September. And so decided at that point, I was like, all right, let's do this ACL and whatever else.
Yeah,
it
it's
done.
good to take
Yeah,
care
let's
of.
do it. Let's get this thing figured out. I'll take a year off, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
So did the ACL, and then did this other thing called an Oates procedure, where they transplant cartilage, like in this like 30 millimeter plug, into your femur. So like drill a fucking hole into your femur,
Yeah.
and replace it with fresh cartilage.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh, okay.
sweet. Of the 3 I did, one of them didn't heal well. And so that one became a problem. So then we went back in.
Now, when that happens, though, like in my head, it's your leg is rotting.
Yeah, I assume that's what my brain felt like.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
couldn't
Like
do
it's just
anything.
like, but like,
Yeah.
is there a fever?
No, it didn't get infected. It just it's like only half the graft took.
Yeah.
So what it felt like is like half of it would move anytime there was pressure on it.
Okay.
So it would constantly stay inflamed and constantly be
Yeah.
Oh shit.
a little swollen. So like going upstairs, like I couldn't fucking do
Yeah. Yeah.
any of that, right? And decided to go in and did a scope to pull some floating bits out that like I could find with my hand and move.
Very cool.
Not ideal.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's weird that
Not what I was looking for.
my knee felt like the way you would treat like an old vehicle, and I was like, no, this is normal. You have to do this to keep her running.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the old Nintendos. You gotta blow it.
it's normal. Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the tricks.
It's like knowing the hacks to keep my knee moving.
Yeah.
So get this little fucking floating bit pulled out, and the doc was like, well, while we were in there, the ACL didn't take.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
And that was, did you do the zombie one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was...
So the first surgery I did, we wanted to use a hamstring tendon from my own leg. They pulled that, so I got this cool hole in the back of my leg.
Very awesome.
Then they couldn't use it.
Yeah.
They were like,
Oh,
there was
fuck.
no tendon there. It was just all muscle fiber. So, sorry?
Yeah.
So then they used my patella tendon.
Jesus.
So basically cashed out my 2 options on that leg the first surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then went cadaver Achilles.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be super fucking strong.
Yeah.
So my body just rejected it and just ate
Yeah,
it.
that happened. That's like a... So when you do that, there's like a 50% chance. It's just like it couldn't.
Then it doesn't work.
So
Yeah.
my body just ate it.
It's like Dominic. That's like that. Same
Dominic
thing
Cruz,
Dominic
right.
Cruz did it
Oh,
twice.
same thing.
Yeah. So Doc went in there and he was like, "Yep, the ACL's just gone.
Fuck.
There's no sign of it. Like we still see a screw. Cool." So 10 days after that, did another one. Followed that up with another scope. I don't know how many surgeries that is, but either way, followed that up with another scope, and during that scope, they're like, ACL didn't take. Cool, man.
Yeah.
So
really.
then we do a patella bone cadaver. So do that one, and then I'm still having issues with this inside of my knee from this from the Oates procedure. So the doc's like, we're gonna do this. I think the best bet's will probably do this wedge procedure.
This is crazy.
We'll heal you up from that, and then you're good to go. And I'm like, you want to explain that a hair more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wedge procedure?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, sorry, so we're essentially gonna, it's a high tibial osteotomy. So we're gonna cut a slice into your tibia, like about 90% of the way through it, up toward the joint. And then we're gonna wedge it open to change the angle of your leg from that point down, like 5 degrees.
Yeah.
So that all the pressure now is on the outside of my knee instead of the inside, where I've got cartilage and good shit.
Yeah.
Screw this wedge in, and then it just heals basically like a broken leg. And I'm like, oh, worst
Okay.
thing imaginable. That's
This is
thanks so
Yeah,
much.
Like,
This is
I
like
don't
the
know,
thing.
man.
Like with, the only like metaphor I can have for it is like with wrestling training, where you like see people that are like they can't do the basics, and then like someone gets like tired of them just failing on the basics. They're like, all right, we're doing fucking.
Moonsault.
let's just move on.
We're
Yeah.
doing belly to back suplex today. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna learn how to
All
tuck
right,
your
we'll-
neck
We'll go back to this some other time.
this way. I almost feel like, hey, the leg's not taking to foreign
No.
things.
Right. Yeah.
So let's just put a wedge in.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was that, right? And so
Did you do that?
I did it.
Whew.
Yep, I did it. And so it was another 8 weeks on crutches. So
Yeah.
another 8 weeks of no pressure on the leg at all.
So what do you? Okay, at this point in time, how much time are you in recovery? At this point in time that they did the wedge.
At this point, it's been a year.
But I'm saying like, so through all the things, you basically have been crutches.
No, so it would be crutches for each ACL had me on crutches for 6 weeks. That's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, luckily for me, I'm essentially unemployed.
Yeah.
And so I sit around the fucking house and can do what I need to do for work
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's not like I've got to go roof houses to fucking pay the bills.
Which
thank
is
God,
good,
you know
but
what
it's
I
not
mean?
glorious at the same time.
No, so I'm just
either.
laying on the fucking couch like a bag of shit.
Yeah.
Sending emails.
Yeah, sending
Exactly.
emails and eating Percocet.
Very cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Those fucking Percocets, man. That keep you warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep you real cozy.
So essentially, would get through that, and then did this high tibial osteotomy, get through that 8 weeks, and start rehab, and then weirdly about fucking 3 months ago now, my knee just swole up out of nowhere. I'm like, I'll go get it checked. So we go in, and he's like, yeah, does this hurt? Does this hurt? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's just swollen. He's like, well, we're gonna go ahead and drain it. So he fucking pops the thing out, drains it. Doesn't like what the stuff that he comes out of it is like. It doesn't look infected, but it looks like pre-infectious. So we're gonna run a culture, see what comes back. We're gonna put you on antibiotics, and why don't we scope this thing tomorrow? And I'm like, Oh,
on, man.
just
Scope this.
casually fucking scope this thing?
Yeah,
Like,
tomorrow.
a casual
like,
scope.
like
You
put
haven't
me
been-
under? Like,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
general anesthesia. Fucking cool. Cool, man.
You haven't been through enough.
Fuck. You
Yeah.
know? So, did that.
Oh.
It's as good as it's been in 2 years.
yeah. That was
So,
my favorite
Was
part
it-
of the drive. Is like, it's as good as it's been in 2 years.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that.
I mean, the truth is, had the end of it 2016, when that season ended, I mean, I finished fucking second in the world at a contest, was my last contest I ever did.
which is insane.
Right. And so, essentially, at that point, if I would have just said, I'm done throwing,
Yeah.
let's lose 50 pounds, and still be where I am now, like,
Yeah.
the knee would probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least as it was.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I wouldn't have done the other things.
Of course.
You know, I would have stayed big and then convinced myself I could probably still throw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
fucking
I mean,
been furious throwing poorly for the
I'd
next
never
4 years.
I would never say never, man. I think you
Those
just
days are done, dude.
hey,
Yeah.
You can bounce back.
pull a future breed, brother.
Future, I'll come
That's what I'm
back.
saying. 10 years down
Yeah,
the line,
I'll just come
you
back
come
once
back.
we figure out teleportation.
Yeah, you
That's-
come
Once
back.
Once we figure that out.
Well, now that you say that, I think if we've sorted out teleportation, step 3 is profit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like Back to the Future too.
Well, you're not. Here's the thing. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. You know how like most people are like, "Oh, I'd go back and kill Hitler." I would go back and, you know what I mean? Like, like on their thing, like
change
Nobody talks about Hitler like curing the and they're figuring out the bins.
Yeah.
Or all this other cool stuff.
Yeah, but like, you know, I mean, like people like when you say, "Oh man, if there was a time machine, I'd go back and I'd do this." You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And like a lot of people I've talked to is always just like, "Man, Hitler, I would kill Hitler somehow."
Yeah, I just want to clarify, since that guy cut shorter, I'd be totally down with getting rid of Hitler.
Okay, yeah,
I'm not a pro Hitler guy.
yeah. And like mine is literally just for me.
Right.
I would go back to 1993 Japan, and I would become the best white big wrestler at the time. Like that's it.
That's your power up
I
to-
want to get punched in the face by Stan Hansen and Brody. I want to like talk Brody out of not going to Puerto Rico.
Oh, shit.
Like that's like it's just selfless. Like
really
it's the most selfish thing. It's just like
The
Really
beauty is you have the
changed.
power of time travel. You could make other trips.
yeah, that is a good call.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Dude,
you only get one shot.
and
at it.
then my favorite. Then there would be a reality show that's just called Me and Brody, where it's just
As he'd be
me,
my best friend.
me and Bruiser Brody, just travel the world, man.
In a-
As a killer tag team.
I don't want to say that I see you guys do it in an airship,
Yeah.
but it's an airship.
Oh yeah. Well, we're
Mostly
bringing
a
something-
pontoon boat with balloons above it.
Yeah, we're bringing something back from the future, future breed style.
Future Breeds.
Chris
It's
Champion's with
airships.
us. Chris Champions
In
are
the future, they've switched to steam power.
yeah. This is crazy, guys. It's me and Brody.
Yeah.
Chris Champion is our driver. We're doing a world tour. Future breeds with us.
It's going to take us 6 months to get there via airship.
Elon Musk is the new Vince
I
McMahon.
love it, dude.
Yeah,
I dig it.
that's it.
Which is almost as weird as Billy Corgan running fucking...
Yeah, I told him today
man.
that Billy Corgan's the guy that runs NWA.
He's
Is it NWA or WCW?
It's NWA. WCW's gone.
WCW.
Okay, they got
Closed.
consumed.
At one point, yeah.
WWF bought him. pretty
Right.
much,
And
yeah.
then NWA kept going.
I still get in trouble because of WWE, WWF.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have to change it because people realized it wasn't
World Wildlife? No, because of World.
an actual
Yeah.
competitive sport?
No, it was World
No.
Wildlife Federation.
They the ones who got hot about it. The
Yeah,
panda
yeah.
people.
Yeah. Because
Sons
they
of bitches.
they took it over,
Those
which is weird. I mean,
pandas.
WWF's been around for so long, and all of a sudden
Right.
they're just like, "Yeah, we're sick of it now.
Yeah.
we're gonna sue you."
No, well,
So,
that was
yeah.
like the funny thing. Like, there's a Hideo Itami shirt now that has like the Old English eye,
Uh huh.
and we've had the Old English eye for like 15, 16 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
as like our thing, and like people are like, WWE can just send a cease and desist and just take that. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like, this is for their wrestler that
Yeah.
just went to 205 Live.
and they just have so much money.
yeah, and it's like, oh well, even though it's on like our records and
I think I
shirts
sent you a screen grab of a adult film I was watching because I thought one of the guys was wearing
Oh
a
yeah,
ETID
yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
That's great.
Which is very cool. I tell this story all the time. I'm not going to name the band, but there's a certain dude in Germany that follows a band around, a hardcore band around. He was at a show, and like, you ever go to a show where like the PA is like hung by chains? Do you ever see that? So sometimes when you go, like the PA will be up above the
Oh,
stage.
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah, I gotcha.
And it's hung by chains and stuff. And usually they're like, I feel like a guy, like there has to be some sort of guy that comes in and checks that and goes, oh yeah, this is safe.
Yeah.
Like some sort of official
Fire marshal.
maybe.
Whatever in Deutschland, they have the equivalent of a fire marshal.
Well, apparently, like at the show this band was playing, that thing came loose and fell.
Fuck,
dude.
Oh.
Cut this dude's toes off.
Fuck.
Like landed on his feet.
That's best case
I
scenario.
see. I mean, it could have
Cut
been
his
a lot
toes off.
worse.
You want to know something? It's Germany though. Like in the States, you're suing.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah, you're set
There-
for life.
Brother just puts the toes in his pocket because he can't miss the band. Sees the band, goes to the hospital after the show.
What
so
a
like just
fucking
stands there in
ripper,
pain,
dude.
bleeding, but he can't miss the show.
Yeah.
So we toured the band a bunch of times. Really
You
good.
did that in the States. You could make a wish that thing and have the band come hang out with you in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hospital.
And the toes.
They have to.
Right.
Yeah,
they
hey, you want to
have
hang with the toes?
And keep your toes.
Yeah. So they were like, you know, this guy's like notorious in their world, you know, their camp, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And they, you know, porn mags are everywhere in Germany. And like you go to truck stops, there's like porn mags.
And they
stuff.
want the toeless guy.
And they're looking in the thing, whatever. And they, you know, remember like when you're looking at, you're in the woods, you find porn mags in the woods.
Why does everyone find porno mags in the
I
woods
know.
from our generation?
I have an extremely funny story
I
about
found
that.
a sweet swank and like a high
Oh,
sobriety.
Dude, it was always swank. It was always swank.
How did they
Sherry.
get there?
Yeah, cherry with
Were
the
they
eye.
other kids
Like
or were
under
there some
like
old
a-
dude jerking it in the woods?
Under like an old tire rim.
Yeah, or like an old log.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. So,
You'd find it, just no one took it home. You'd leave it
No.
for the next guy. That was
of course.
safe keeping.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you knew you were going to come back and use it.
Yeah, it might give it a good look.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think I ever jerked off in the woods. I definitely checked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got chubbed up, then you took it
Ah,
home.
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, they were like looking through this thing, and there's like, you know, they do like the reviews of movies, and there was like a review for a public gangbang. Oh. And fucking Tola's brother was in the back,
Nice.
rocking the band shirt in the back. So cool, dude.
Of the gangbang?
I love it.
I heard
Just
that film
dick
got
out.
like a 3.5
Did you ever
boners.
notice this too? And like gangbang, like those public gangbangs.
There's a lot of t-shirts, no pants. People
Dude,
are porky
that's what I'm
picking it
saying.
left and
It's
right.
like
Really?
I'm really ashamed of
Socks
my-
as well. 'Cause
my weird nipples
Yeah,
or like my
belly.
chest hair, my stomach. But here's this like dick that is not cut, and
well, that's also normal business over
fur
Pew
just
bush, yeah.
everywhere.
there. Yeah.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Or
But
like one
I'm
of those
keeping my
dicks
shirt
that
on.
just sit on the balls.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he's proud of that.
Not long enough.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
got thick thighs, so the balls can't sit back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a circle of life. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Just
problems
chilling-
that have created this dick
just
being
chilling on the
pointed out
nuts.
the whole day.
Yeah.
That's okay. But I'm
ding-dinged
gonna
out
keep my
there.
I'm gonna keep my
I'm gonna
t-shirt
keep this
on.
shirt on because I got a weird
Do you
happy
think in that
trail.
situation, do you think shoes would
Weird happy
definitely
trail.
yeah, shoes
And I'm
would
in a
be
500
ideal
dude gangbang.
for a
No.
gangbang situation?
No, you slip in that.
I think shoes would be better. You don't want to walk around barefoot in a bunch of fucking dudes' baby batter.
Well, that's
knows,
dude.
man?
There's some weird stuff, man.
then again,
I go through like cycles right now. Like we have a couple segments on this show.
I like that.
There's an unofficial one called Tug Time.
Or
like-
connoisseur of the adult,
we should bring
adult
that
film
back.
industry for
no,
a
it's movies.
But it's like straight movies because when you were a kid, like you couldn't tug to porn all the time. Well, maybe you're 34.
Well, when we were kids.
Yeah.
You're 34, so like
Yeah,
Like
the internet didn't
pre-internet.
exist.
Yeah.
When I had reached prime tugging time, the internet existed,
Yeah,
but we're
yeah.
still talking about fucking JPEGs loading at
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
slowest
yeah,
pace
yeah,
of
yeah.
all time, and
Yeah.
then you're bummed out by it when it finally gets
Oh
there.
yeah. So like at that point in time, it's like, oh fuck, man. Like I always talk about like, I think like when I was a kid, Victoria's Secret had the best models at the time, like Claudia Schiffer, and I would like hope that there was some sort of see-through gimmick that they were wearing where you could see a little bit of bush or like
little nip.
a tiny nip. And I mean, I'm tugging to like just what I think might be a nipple.
Maybe.
Peeking through, and that's getting me fucking right.
Yeah, right on.
You know what I mean? It's like that. Like I am at that point in time, I'm tugging to Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a
or
cartoon.
Cool World.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna fucking jerk to Cool World.
Cool World, I'm jerking off to a sexy bunny. There's a rabbit.
Silk Stockings was a.
Oh yeah.
Because it came on after WWE.
Yeah,
So that's
I get all nice and worked up on Raw. And
The big one for me
release.
was Silk Stockings. Was remember USA Up All Night?
Yeah,
Oh, Rhonda Shear, dude.
She was on an episode of Silk Stockings.
Oh my God.
It was like, and it had to be. I didn't watch Silk Stockings. It was like the opening scene of Silk Stockings, and she does like a sex scene. Nice. And I mean,
and she gets
like,
killed or something.
I don't know. I lost my mind.
Yeah.
Like it was the coolest thing I've ever
Rhonda
seen.
Shear. I mean, if you go back in time, if we had this time machine and went back to Tug, like prime Tug time, Rhonda Shear, that woman was like 45, 46. You're tugging to an older woman at that time.
Yeah.
Big blonde hair.
And I've said this numerous times on Tug Time.
I don't want to say possibly older than your own mother at that time, which is also
100%
strange.
older than my mom. Because my mom, I remember, for some reason, I remember my mom being 38.
Okay.
37 years old.
She was 38 for
At
5
that, I
years.
remember, yeah. Like that, like that time
Her
period.
second 39th birthday.
Yeah. So, but I've talked about this before. Like the first porno I ever tugged to was called Educating Nina, and it was Nina Hartley.
Yeah.
And Nina
She's a
Hartley
champ.
she was probably like 40.
She's
at
still
that
rolling
time.
solid.
She's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think one of the first,
Godsend.
like I was young and I was watching HBO. My grandma had HBO.
Yeah.
And I was watching HBO at my grandma's, and Prince's movie Purple Rain was on, and there's a scene with like all
tugged to
like
Purple Rain.
no, all of a sudden they were on a beach and there was a chick, like a topless chick, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa! I just out of nowhere, I'd never seen anything like that. It was
Yeah.
awesome. That's perfect tug time.
But like
Perfect Tug Time
Rhonda
material.
Shear every single week, and I'd watch it, and then
Her and Gilbert Gottfried.
dude,
I
gotta say, remember fucking Zap from American Gladiators?
Oh yeah.
I would watch American Gladiators,
Those
and that
high-waisted.
big ass buff woman
Yeah.
would get me going.
Oh, boy.
So Zap, I was like,
Wasn't it Zap with 2 P's?
yeah, she was
Yeah.
terrible looking, but man,
There
at that time,
there was a really hot one though, and I can't remember.
They had a
her name.
handful of good-looking ones, too.
There was one though that was.
How
like,
did the
super
remake
hot.
of American Gladiators
There
just
was
couldn't
lace.
fucking work?
It was cool too.
there was
It wasn't
lace.
bad.
It was good.
Yeah, the Hulk?
Yeah.
And
Well, I
like
had
the-
one of my
the-
friends was on it.
The events
Yeah.
and shit were good. Yeah.
Fucking weird. Why didn't that take? Yet there's 6 seasons of Alaskan Bush people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't goddamn get
Sure
American
did.
Gladiators back on TV.
We talked about this earlier. It's like
fucking
they
terrible.
got to be making money on that show.
Yeah, of course they are. They've been on TV for 7 years on
Yeah.
goddamn Discovery Channel.
But like they're still having problems
like,
paying
we
for
can't
their
get
teeth.
this boat to
Yeah.
They can't get a boat moving.
They've never had a problem they can't solve in 13 minutes before a commercial.
Yeah. And then like the weird brother, like the guy that might be a
The
wizard.
weird one out of that fucking group?
But you know what
Are
I'm
you talking about the one that dresses like Lestat?
Yes. He's just like, hey guys, I found a telephone booth. I can make a
Time
fucking
machine.
Yeah.
I made
can
a
make
smoker.
this cool fucking thing.
Goddamn,
It plays
dude. I-
TV on Thursdays.
I fucking lost my mind watching it on the airplane today. So the only time I watch TV is like stuck on fucking airplanes. And so I'm watching it, and he's built himself a writing desk because he fancies himself a writer, as he says
Of course,
to the camera,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dressed as a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
And
He's never even seen a vampire.
no, but he's talking about he's got this girl he's gone on a second date with.
Is it like an internet girl?
No,
Because he was
this
dating
was
an
a girl
internet
he met.
girl. He was dating an internet girl for a little bit.
That's great.
Oh,
And
dude.
he's just never had a connection like he did to this girl intellectually. And so he's writing her this fucking poem, and then the camera pans over to his handwriting. And it's like backwards letters, like a
Yeah.
a 3-year-old's
great.
writing it.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
And I just fucking couldn't keep my shit together. Like, dude, do not show her that fucking letter, bud. You might want to read that one from a distance.
Do you think they live in like L.A.? Like now?
They don't live in those fucking woods, I
It's
can
like,
tell you that.
Yo, man, we love Alaska. And
Yeah.
then, like, you're out getting froyo in L.A. and
Run
fucking
into the bush people.
Yeah.
100%.
Watch
brother that
Gabe.
climbs trees.
Gabe
he's-
just, oh yeah, the fucking
Bear.
This fucking maniacs,
yeah,
man.
he loves froyo.
Just being barefoot and sprinting.
Yeah.
I sprint everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Like, you're a
Froyo.
toddler.
I love
You're
that.
essentially a toddler.
I love that they're like, we eat this leaf for our teeth. Well, that ain't working.
what you guys look like is you eat a bunch of rocks.
Try
Yeah.
toothpaste.
Like a character off a goddamn Neverending Story.
It's a very interesting.
Just tearing into rocks.
It's a weird show.
Fucking weird show, man.
Back to Tug Time though.
Back to Tug Time.
Please.
Yeah, but
Please.
yeah, that was like. Do you remember your go-to tug?
Um,
Did you have a go-to tug when you were a kid?
I found a box of porn.
Where?
My old man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone-
that's usually
Um,
everywhere.
but like a box of videos.
My dad had Educating Nina.
Oh yeah. So I had like
wait.
an unlimited amount of videos.
This is crazy, dude. That I'm remembering this right now. Justin Schultz used to have a beta tape.
Whoa.
That's how long ago this was. Of
That's
Devil
classic.
and Miss Jones 3. And I still remember it because Erica Ayers is in it. And she had blonde, short hair. But it was like rocker-like it stuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I'm tugging her tonight.
It's over.
Dude, I fucking
100%. I'm finding Erica Ayers from. Dude, that is a good fucking tug.
Now, my dad had a solid collection, dude. It was essentially like a Dole, like banana box, completely full.
Yeah.
There's
Your
probably
dad was a
100
pervert.
fucking videos in it.
Looking back on it, your dad was a
A
pervert.
bit, sure.
Your dad was a pervert.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Rewinding.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree, so it's all worked out, right? But so, like, I found this box, like, 4th going to 5th grade.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Definitely shaped
Tug
some
time.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, way before you even knew what to do with it, but I remember just watching them and just being like,
Yeah.
there was no amount of time that would be enough to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And I would even, like, rewind it and put it back like, exactly to the
Dude,
spot you found it.
Did you do that too, Jesse?
Oh yeah.
As if
We
now
were
as an
literally
adult.
decoders.
Right.
When we were kids, we were just
Decoders.
like, it was on 2 minutes, 43
Yeah.
seconds at this scene.
as
Boom.
if.
Because the porn was probably 8 hours long.
Right.
so you
And
had to
now
memorize.
as an adult, thinking back, like,
You legit
don't
thought
know
your
when you
dad-
would turn that fucking thing off when you finished up.
Hey,
Like,
yeah.
When you have horny
Yeah.
on your brain, there's no time.
No.
Yeah, it's time travel right there.
Yeah.
Like horniness, like there's times where I'm on like a tug adventure and it's like 12, it's like midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck. Like lately, British Fake Taxis.
British Fake Taxi is an excellent
It's
series.
been my favorite thing. I
Yeah,
love
you
the
Do you do the audition ones the same guy also does?
No.
So it's fake UK casting. Same.
You just
same,
opened up my
dude,
tug world.
you
Same
guys-
guy. A lot of the same chicks make both.
Really?
So I don't know if that'll ruin the reality.
No.
for you.
I'm fine. I think it's just the fact that they're in a taxi.
Yeah.
Somewhere weird.
You can lie a little bit to yourself, and they're
Yeah.
English, so it's not the same broads that we're used
So
to.
I've
They seem fancy.
been
educated.
really into that. That's been my like go-to.
That's a
tug.
good one, dude.
Lately.
I roll that way a lot.
Yeah, it's
You and Puff were putting this over hard yesterday.
Fake Taxi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's an
man.
excellent series.
It's awesome, but you gotta be like you can't. You're not getting Vivid Girls.
I pay
Yeah.
for
This
porn.
is really
Yep.
Oh boy.
what.
Here
what
we
are you
go.
paying?
I pay for a website membership.
Yeah, you got a membership to one?
Evil Angel.
Oh, I used to pay for Bang Bus.
I had that one too.
Because you get
When
everything.
that one canceled out, I went
somebody-
to a different place.
Okay.
Somebody
So-
gave me their password.
I support the arts.
Yeah. No,
You
you're
know what
I
I mean?
hear you, man.
Hey,
yeah.
As-
I did buy one once. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Listen,
Yeah.
I would still say at the end of the day, the average that I've paid for porn that I've consumed has been very, very low.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that it was like $5 or $10 a month. It's like
Yeah.
it
It's
doesn't
like
cost shit.
like I've had previous jobs right prior to doing this unemployed thing I'm doing. They've always had a company car and like they've always paid for gas, and so now like driving a fucking giant V8 truck
Yeah.
gets 13 miles a gallon. Like I've still paid very little per average for gallon of gas
Yeah,
in my
you're
time.
doing
all
I
right,
did it for
yeah.
free for 10 years.
Yeah.
Same for porn.
Makes
Yeah.
I'll
sense.
support the arts.
Yeah. Back to the tug adventures.
Yeah.
Because you get,
The third time
I'm
you
a
were
s-
out.
you got.
I love it.
I feel like I got to put over the tug adventure because it's usually starts at a certain time and you're like, oh, I just got to get one off real quick.
No, you start doing edging. And you
That-
get into a weird world.
The problem is that like yesterday I was not in the mood for sushi at all. I just wanted to appease everybody's.
Yeah.
You wanted to hang out of the house and jerk off.
No.
Okay.
I
For your
wanted
40th.
But
I'm 40.
for
I'm
my
doing this alone.
But for my 40th, like we talked about going to a steakhouse, but like Laura's vegan.
Yeah.
Wes's girlfriend Cass, she's vegan.
Did you not just respond with "It's my goddamn birthday"?
I was saying.
I just wanted everybody to
All right,
eat.
fair
You know what I mean?
enough. Very
Have
nice.
a good meal.
They
and,
serve salads at steakhouse
and just eat.
occasionally.
and like I sent like some things, and I hate the response. Like, yeah, I can make it happen, because that means you're eating French fries and
Yeah,
like a house salad. So like,
they're the one that chose to be vegan.
yeah, but still,
Fair enough.
No
No tribal community has ever
It's-
been vegan.
Yeah,
This isn't a thing that exists in the natural fucking world.
friendship.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, that's the thing. So, but I was not in the mood for sushi at all last night.
Right.
So like I'm eating sushi, and I'm just like, ugh, okay. this sounds good. It took me forever to pick what I wanted.
Got a real big watery shit out of it.
Just want nice California rolls, something classic.
Started with a nice just. So, what I was getting back to, like, Tug Adventure is, like, you get on there, and I go to YouPorn, I type in fake taxi.
Yeah.
Then my choices come up, and then I go to, like, a brunette, and I'm like, I'm going short hair. And then you go to like short
but
hair.
the variety changes.
Yeah.
It depends on. It's a bit of chasing the dragon for sure, right?
Of course. And it's kind of always it's always the same guy. So you're always getting the same dong, which whatever. But like, so it's kind of
If you're gonna watch porn, you're gonna look at dong. It's just something you got to deal with.
Because
You're
You're just getting that one dog.
But you're putting yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
And I just happen to dig what this guy does. I like his artwork.
I like his style, yeah.
You know, he's
my
good
buddies
dick
were
smith.
my buddies were super into
Cocksmith,
Rocco
if you
back
will.
in the day.
Oh, see, Rocco's
Rocco.
on Evil Angel, so
I
all
gotta
this stuff
say
still
this,
shows up. Same as Nacho.
Gotcha.
It's too gnarly
Oh yeah,
for
Nacho.
me.
Well, it depends on the
Yeah,
mood
some
I'm
of
in.
his
It's
stuff
not something
is-
I want to watch all the time.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not into the whole violence thing.
Yeah. Some of
Sometimes
it's a little
sometimes you
carried
need to see
away.
some aggressive. Nacho's got a real
Some of it gets-
aggressive looking penis.
Some of it gets a little
I
carried
think it
away.
looks like it's built for speed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a dangerous looking bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get on these tug adventures, and then like I look at the time, and I'm like, it's 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I've been on this for a
And
while.
I've just been like Laffy.
Yeah,
I'm
edging.
Laffy taffing this.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You know, like you start tugging on Laffy Taffy for too long, it just
Yeah.
starts getting longer, and then it's just rubbery.
no
and
stiffness
weird.
whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I gotta get moving on this.
Yeah. It's
Awful
about
like
that-
3/4 chub.
it's about
that's
that
really
time.
good. Yeah,
I'm
all
like,
right,
I've
fucking-
fallen asleep.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
You woke,
Dick out.
woke yourself back up. No, I got to get this out.
Proud
Yeah.
of yourself. You probably-
Yeah, like the tug adventure is long.
Yeah.
and like,
Some days you need to make love to yourself.
yeah,
You don't want to rush it.
yeah. Some other days you're just roughing up the suspect.
Yeah, for way
Some
too
days
for way
you
too
go-
long.
Yeah.
I got 6 minutes. I can fucking
Oh
get
yeah,
this
like I
thing.
got
Oh yeah.
this
Yeah.
right in this bathroom.
That's when you know you got to go to.
Yeah.
So you go YouPorn.
Yeah, well, just because YouPorn's easy. Like all
Lobster
fake taxis
tube.
got a lot. Is that
I
what it
didn't
is?
know.
That's the one I use.
Yeah.
It's like a link dump of link dumps.
Okay.
There's almost too many categories.
I never even
okay.
heard of that one.
Right.
I did
Yeah.
Pornhub. The hub.
I've worked from home a really long time.
Yeah. So I got that.
I got a lot of fake girlfriends. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so getting back to normal talk.
So about
yeah.
paleo.
You also
eat your own load.
yeah,
for cleanup.
That's keto, man.
That's just the cycle of life.
That's
yeah.
keto.
Yeah,
You get your electrolytes, low protein,
everything
Ugh.
right out of that.
I did actually want to talk about paleo, but I feel like it's a really weird segue.
Yeah.
Not if you go segue.
But you've also done a bunch of stuff. We were talking about that earlier. Where like you have done a bunch of diets too.
Yeah, I've
but
tried
you
a lot
also
of shit.
like yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're number one in the world in something,
True.
you're like trying to be the best you possibly can be.
Yeah, but like being number one in the world for Highland Games, it really did go pretty natural for me. Like it really
Yeah.
wasn't.
But
I didn't
mean,
have
like,
to fucking commit to it like trying to be number one in the world as like an Olympic shot putter.
Can we just say though, like you're the only person in this room right now that's a number one in the world at
At anything, yeah.
So-
Fair. It's fair. Like, and I'm
Of course.
super proud of
Pretty
it.
sweet.
Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Pretty
don't
But-
don't downplay that.
I'm super pumped on it, and again, it's the reason most people want to talk to me that I've got
Yeah.
a foot in the door. But it's definitely not the same life commitment than like if you were like, I want to be a gold medal shot putter.
Of course.
Like you don't get to have a hobby or a real job.
yeah,
Like
you're-
I had
you're
a
shot
full time
putter.
fucking career
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
had
wow.
a hobby of doing the Highland Games.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, I was into it and committed and did the best I could to be the best I could at it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it did not consume like my entire life. It wasn't
Yeah.
this passion like telling my wife like, no, I'm not going to fucking dinner. I've got training tomorrow.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
Makes
but you're
sense.
still number one in the world.
Twice.
So
Yeah.
Twice, two
still,
times.
yeah.
yeah, but you
Still-
have to like
Still
I'm
takes a
saying-
lot of work.
Yeah.
yes,
But
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
you still try to optimize your
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like recovery and diet, like all that's been part of it. And what's worked for me diet wise is there's definitely some rules from paleo I really like, but it's very simple ideas.
Well, this is. I mean, you weren't doing. Were you doing paleo when you were competing?
No,
Yeah, because you've done it now. as you
during the
said,
off-season.
you dropped 50 pounds.
yeah, during the off season I would usually try to drop about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to put it on in season.
Yeah.
Because like we compete like 20 weekends from early May till the last weekend of September.
Okay.
And that's all over the world.
All over the world. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, not all over the world. It would be Scotland,
Yeah.
France,
But,
Iceland,
yeah, gotcha.
Canada,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
the
Gotcha.
U.S. I mean, I'm not going to like fucking Bulgaria or.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
pretty, still pretty
Right.
far though. You're not driving.
I'm not taking
you're not
any
driving,
fucking 18-hour flights.
but you're not
Yeah.
driving to Ohio either. You know.
No, and man, it's a cool loophole of sports. The professional ranks of it, like, I mean, it's always part of a big festival. So there was always
Which
a
is
crowd,
sweet.
and there's a gate, and we're paid entertainment,
Yep.
right? And so we're there to put on a show, and we're competing. And so I mean, they pay for our flights, they put us up in a hotel. There's prize money.
Super cool.
Yeah.
It's fucking great sport to be part of.
Yeah,
yeah.
Shitload better at this than golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, diet wise for me, it was always like try to keep your shit together in the week so I could drink on the weekends and hang out with my buddies.
Yeah.
And go eat fucking garbage.
Makes sense.
And then when I got done throwing, like diet became kind of like well, I can't lift, I can't be strong,
Yeah.
I'm busted. What is something I can focus on?
Mm-hmm.
And diet was one of the things I could do. I can definitely control what I'm fucking shoving in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
And I would think dropping the 50 pounds had to help your knee.
Oh,
a
of
lot.
course, right? It definitely does. And talking to PT friends about that, one of the things that surprised me when I said was like, well, whenever you actually contract your quad, you put way more stress on your knee than that extra 50 pounds walking would have ever done.
Nah.
I was like,
Yeah.
but I feel better. So
Yeah,
fuck
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it all comes down to.
And yeah, so kind of rules for me food wise, the further I've gotten into stuff was I know that I gain weight and strength super easy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do I.
This 50 pounds that I've lost, that 50 pounds took me fucking over a year.
Yeah.
If you needed me to put that weight back on and
Oh.
get strong, I don't
Yeah.
know, sometime whatever next week,
Yep.
I could knock this back out.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm
I just go on a
the
weird-
exact opposite. I could drop weight, no
Right.
problem. I can't gain.
Yeah,
See,
weird
that's-
liquor and cheeseburger party, and I'm fucking back on point.
Yeah, I'm back
275
in the
ready to
game,
roll.
people.
Yeah. I've been back from Europe for 2.5 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
And hitting the gym regularly, eating back what I want.
Regularly,
And
yeah.
I'm 250 right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was 230 when I left.
Well, dude, Europe's a weird, food-wise for me, anytime that I've been in the UK, there's less processed shit.
Yeah.
You just don't go to fast food places. They don't exist like they do here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, my favorite thing is you can go and literally get, you can go to a Donner place and there's literally
Yeah.
just chicken breast.
Right?
Yep.
It's awesome,
right there.
dude.
You're just oh, okay, cool. And you get
Yep.
rice. And
I really didn't find it that hard to eat there, as people were saying it was. Gonna
No.
be.
I mean, he went to India not that long ago.
Nice.
And
It wasn't bad at all.
when he came back, he's yeah, we ate great, blah blah blah. It's just
Yeah.
I would expect that to be my worst nightmare.
Well, it's not fucking Mumbai. I mean,
Of
Mumbai
course-
is in India. but
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in no, I'm drawing a blank.
Bangladesh or
No, the big major city. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Not Mumbai. Yeah. the big major
New
city.
Delhi.
17 years of wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm just naming things.
Yeah.
They're not even in India. I
He
think
started
they're
with
places.
Chris
get hit.
Champion, went back to the
get
future.
hit,
Right.
get hit in the head a lot, guys. I apologize. Yeah, the food, the hotel, yeah, they took great care of us. Food wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing I heard about Iceland and Scotland too. We're like, oh, the food's fucking bad. Dude, food's fine.
Yo, you know Runer, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Runar's awesome.
So-
Runar's a homie.
Yeah. So I met Runer. He came to one of our shows in Manchester, England,
Yeah.
or something like that. And I have met a lot of strong people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestlers, powerlifters, strength conditioning coaches.
Yeah,
When I hugged Runer
he's solid, dude.
and I hugged his friend that came with it, I've never felt a human being like that.
Yeah, they're different.
The Icelandish people,
dense.
power dudes, are
Scary.
it's terrifying.
Yeah, like fucking.
we were supposed to go play, and we were supposed to go play Iceland, and I was gonna go work out with those
Yeah.
dudes. And then all of them, even Halfthor, were talking shit on this post that I made,
Fuck yeah.
or he made, Runer made, and they were like, "He's eating the shark. He's eating the shark." They all just talked about that fermented
It's
shark.
no good.
There's no chance. they
It
could get
basically
me to
just
eat it.
tastes like piss.
I would throw up.
They feed you such a small bite of it. Have you ever had smelling salts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that, but eating it.
Oof.
Sounds awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't eat it.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
They break it
But
out
it's-
at Christmas or some shit
Yeah.
to say they did.
I gotcha.
It's just a rib.
Yeah,
Sounds like
it's
it.
gross.
Yeah. Oh, go to let's tie our worlds together.
Yeah.
You know Braun Strowman.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh,
I've
from
known
Powerlifting stuff?
Sheer for. I've known him since he got into strongman.
Yeah.
I was still doing strongman at that time, and then
I know he's a Southern guy. Where's he from?
North
Do you know?
Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Which technically, in my opinion, isn't the South.
It's kind of just east.
As far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned,
It's mid
if
east.
Interstate 10 doesn't run through your city,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you're not in the South.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know?
He's from the Middle East.
Right. Yeah. But no, fuck, he's great. He's always been a really rad dude.
Yeah. He's doing well now.
Doing great, dude. He's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, we chat back and forth every once in a while. Just stoked for him. I went out and saw him. They were in New Orleans for a Raw, and this was before he really blew up. But he was just with the Wyatt family doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
So I met him and Bray Wyatt and a couple of other dudes.
Bray's super cool. He's
At
real,
the gym,
real chill.
we trained for a bit, and then I went to the show that night. It was a fucking ton of fun.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
Fucking, I'm stoked that guy's doing well.
They one of my buddies, I got a couple of buddies that wrestle there, and they said they called Braun like a human soundbite because they're just like, dude, everything that comes out of that guy's
Fucking
mouth
funny,
is
man.
just
Yeah, like, just another fucking. We talked about it earlier, like what a weird world it is that like we definitely have a little bit of body dysmorphia, right? Like we just don't have a fucking recognition for the size of
He
guy
knows
we
it
are.
all the time, man. In wrestling, like I don't understand the fact of like being big.
No, right. Until I see a photo, and even now, I'm 6 foot 240.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a big guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not small.
Do you know
guy
what I
by any
mean?
means.
And it's not like I'm 240 dumpy dude. I'm 240
you're a
and
good
solid.
240.
Yeah.
Much less when I was 290.
Yeah.
But I grew up with my brother who's 6'4", 6'5", 310.
There you go.
And then the other guys I spent time competing with, like I was fucking runt.
Yeah.
Like everyone's 6'3",
Yeah,
6'4", and
fucked up.
320.
It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Or guys like fucking Hapthor or fucking Adam. Like I don't like that's a big guy.
It's an
Yeah.
enormous man.
Right. Those are the guys that I'm like, well, they're big.
Yeah.
I'm toward the small end of big.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about when I met Kevin Nash.
Giant fucking person, yeah.
He got
He's
out of the
legit 7
car
feet tall.
and literally just kept going. Like you see his head, and then just he's standing up, and he's still going, and he's still standing up, and then he finally hits like full
Stretch.
erection,
Yeah.
and the man is just a giant.
Dude,
like he's so big.
The first time I met Hapthor, I was in Iceland doing a Highland Games, and so like the guy that's helped put it on, this guy Peter Goodmanson, I've got to know, and he's like, local strongman's gonna come out and try to throw a record in a keg over bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's gonna come out to the fucking Highland Games, try to outthrow us.
Yeah.
We throw things.
Yeah.
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 I'm in. Fuck
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he shows up in this 2-door like fucking Lexus car,
Sweet.
Yeah.
and this goddamn monster pours out of it. And at this point, he had just got into strongman. And when he got into strongman, he'd left playing professional basketball in Europe.
And dude, those pictures are insane.
He put on a fucking 100 kilos
That's great.
in 18 months.
Yeah.
And so he's
I back
fucking
it.
gigantic. He's also like 23 or something.
Oh,
like
that's
Yeah.
that
so
at the
cool.
time, right? So he shows up and we
The
shake
power
hands.
of 2017.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
we start throwing, and like I'm using every fucking trick I got in the book of how to spin and do all these techniques and shit like that, and he's just double hand between his legs, fucking flinging it.
Yeah. Zero
I
technique.
lost that contest by like 3.5 meters, like fucking 12
Yeah.
goddamn feet.
That's
Yeah.
fucking.
Like, well,
Yeah.
I guess being real big and strong helps.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this technique is cool, but
Here we go.
he
Yeah.
said mass moves mass, man.
But yeah, he's fucking Hapthor's always been rad.
Yeah, like we
always
said
been a
earlier.
Great
cool guy.
name.
6'10", over 400 pounds.
6'10", weighs
Shredded.
200 kilos with abs.
Shredded.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing human
Insane, man.
He
Best.
Well, it's funny because like if you were to show him and Shaw to my dad,
yeah.
my dad would go like, "Well, Hafthor, he's got to be way stronger."
Right.
And then you know he's looking at Brian Shaw, and it's like, no, Brian Shaw's like stronger.
Fucking 4-time world's strongest man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Brian
I mean-
Shaw's arguably one of the strongest people ever. Which
Yeah,
my vote would be Zadrunas Savickas. He's the strongest
Yes.
human that's ever walked the earth.
Yeah.
yeah, insane.
Yeah.
Human being. Because I mean, it was more duration though.
That too.
I mean, he has been in
But like still owns world records.
in the top 3 for.
You know he's only like fucking like 38.
That's unreal. I feel like
I've known
when
his
I was
name
when I was a
since I was
child.
right?
Yeah, he was
It should
competing.
be like ancient.
Yeah. Like I feel like he was around when Magnus for Magnuson
Yeah,
was like doing
dude,
things.
it's been a real fucking weird world of like my travel and meeting people and network because like Magnus is a friend.
Which is crazy.
That's-
to me.
It's a very
He's a
strange
fucking
thing
legend.
that I
Very
know Magnus for Magnuson
a
really
legend.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I see Magnus and I'm like, "What's up, Maggie? How are you?"
Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah.
To know,
I know
cool to
Magnus
say.
well enough to have parts of Magnus that I'm like, "God damn it, Magnus."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like guys like that, or even like fucking Mark Bell, or the fact that like Ed Cohn's a fucking buddy.
That one blows my mind, man.
Ed Cohn's a beast.
Yeah. Jesse
Fucking-
Burdick tells me the greatest Ed Cohn stories.
Ed Cohn has broken a fucking rule that I laid a long time ago in my life. That if you at some point ever have enough money to have pet tigers, you will also declare bankruptcy.
yeah. Dude, those pictures
And
are
he
amazing.
fucking had pet tigers.
Just driving around in a convertible with a pet tiger. In the
Yeah.
back.
Oh, it's so cool.
So cool, man.
Legend.
Legend.
Ed's fucking awesome. I need to go
Legend.
to Chicago and actually go hang out with him.
That's
Legend.
the best.
But you go hang out with Ed, and he does weird shit. Like I went to dinner with him and Hega, and got done with dinner, and he like fucking couldn't wait till we got in the parking lot to show me like self-defense moves with knives.
Oh yeah, because he's really into that
He's
stuff.
really
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
into
New shit he's learning.
He's
Yeah.
a wonderfully crazy person. He's fucking
It's
great.
awesome.
Just
That's like
a
it's,
part of
it's,
it, Ed.
it's just insane. Like that. There's times where I've hung out with Tony Iommi. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like,
right.
stuff like that. I wouldn't. I mean, we're not friends, but
Sure.
like I think about that, and I'm just like, when I was like 12, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sand wood.
Well, even
Like that's my job. In
even
life.
like this type of bullshit to me, like fucking us hanging out is weirdly surreal because, like when I got like into music with my buddy's band, like I'd been listening to y'all.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I remember hanging out at a friend's house and watching the Shit Happens DVD,
Yeah.
and like those guys are fucking rad, and
Yeah,
now
now
we're
you're
friends.
hanging out
It's
with them.
very
Yeah.
strange,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the way the fucking
That was like
world
one of the
works, right?
coolest, one of the coolest things. Like Ricochet at Joey Janela's spring break
Oh, yeah.
last year. Like I went up to there's this wrestler named Ricochet, and he did some like random thing. He was doing like lunges on the Smith machine,
Yes.
and I saw it, and I sent him a message, and of course I didn't get a response back.
Yeah, like, so fuck this
You know
guy.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just went
Fuck
up
him.
to him,
Fuck you, lunges on the Smith
Yeah,
machine.
Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
and I just wanted to know if he was stepping forward or stepping back.
Yeah, right.
So, because
It
like
matters.
yeah, well, and also
Engagement.
like the way my knees are,
Yeah.
it's a Smith machine makes sense for that.
Same boat. I'd
Right?
squat on a Smith machine
course.
right now. Fucking wouldn't bug me.
So-
I've done my time.
Yeah, exactly.
dick.
I can get away with this.
And I went up to Ricochet and I was just like, "Hey man, I sent you a direct message about this like lunge thing." And I'm like being weird because
course.
I feel
Yeah.
weird, but I want
You
the
didn't
answer
write me
of it.
back.
And I was like, I sent you a direct message. I wasn't expecting a message back, but now that I have you here, were you stepping forward or were you stepping back on that lunge? And he just goes, dude, when I first started, like me and Chuck Taylor used to watch Shit Happens and just watch it and then get pumped to wrestle.
Yeah.
And like we'd pop every single time you would say like or I used to do the moonsault, like Christopher Daniels moonsault.
Yeah, where you
like,
did that
into a
in the pool, yeah.
And he would like said that he was like, "Yo, man, these dudes are into wrestling." Like, whatever. And I mean, I was just like, "This is so cool."
It's so
you know what I
cool,
mean?
yeah.
And it's funny because like I'm 40, so me looking at younger people and being like, "Man, it's so cool."
Yeah,
like
no,
it's just
right.
like it's supposed to be the other way around. Like they're supposed to be like,
You
"Oh, this is
fucking,
cool,
you
you're
let me
coming."
know whenever I reach an age that I don't still feel like some fucking kid that's getting to play by weird rules. There's definitely still part of me that's like, I can just rent a car. Like
Dude,
it's no big deal. Like I
Yeah.
don't have to get permission from anyone to do this.
Yeah.
Like it's just cool now.
but you seem okay. This is the thing. I was going to ask you about your belt. It's
Yeah.
real weird. How long have you had that belt for?
5 years?
What's so weird about it?
He's got like an old leather belt
Yeah.
on, and I feel like old leather belts are something that you just have for life.
You know what? We made some with the brand.
Okay,
So this is one of them.
this is like I had a belt that I
Yeah.
had from when I was like 13
Nice.
till I was like 36 years old,
My old man had one.
and then it broke. You know what I mean? So then you have to go find a belt. You've
Fucking-
had this belt your entire life.
It's a big deal.
It just looks like an old belt. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
why I
that's
asked.
the idea. Is it's gonna age and be that.
Yeah. So second,
So it'll look better.
Yeah.
have you ever put windows in your house? or something like that? Have you ever done like really man shit?
Yeah.
Like put a door in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've never done that in my life.
Yeah, I've done that. Like install a ceiling fan or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I can kind of weld.
If you told me that,
I can put two pieces of metal together.
hey,
I'm a better grinder than a welder.
when like, and this sounds crazy because I love when my friends do cool shit. Like architects are about to play Ali Pali. It's like Alexandria Palace. It's 10,000 fucking people. They sold it out. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Right? They told me, I'm like, man, that is so cool. I'm really proud of you guys. If he then said, I put a ceiling fan in after, my reaction would be like, wait, what? You can do that? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that to me blows my fucking mind.
Right.
Like, it blows my mind when people know
I built
how
a
to-
gate.
Yeah,
I didn't.
that's-
It's not great.
I wouldn't even know where to
I'm
start.
definitely
Yeah.
not a carpenter, but there is a piece of wood in my backyard that opens
Yes.
and closes, and my dogs can't get through it.
No chance of that.
Yeah.
Those dogs would be going right through it.
I know, like people build like a deck. Like I wouldn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know there's people that probably think that's pretty
The
easy.
really strangest thing that's happened, like adult moment that I also think younger me would have been pissed about,
Yeah.
was I went to fucking Home Depot and bought
I hate going there.
LED lights
Ah.
for my back patio and for like the inside of our living room kitchen.
Okay.
I spent like $380
Yep.
on light bulbs.
Yep.
And was pumped on it.
Yeah. These are
I was
gonna,
fucking pumped.
These are
Like,
gonna,
22-year-old me.
yeah.
Like,
These are gonna
what
be
the fuck
cool.
did we just
Yeah.
do with $400?
Light bulbs.
Why?
The
Why
fact
would that
that
be
I-
on light bulbs?
The fact that I own a Jeep, like, is like, holy shit, man. This is so cool.
Fucking adult.
Like, if I changed the oil on it, I would literally try to run for president.
Dude, I think
I'm not
I
kidding
can do
you.
anything.
So my 85, my CJ7, change the oil
Yeah.
on that all day. It's fucking easy.
Like, how about the fact that you call your car in like letters and numbers? Mind blowing to me. Like, I would be like, my Jeep,
yeah.
it
Well,
just
that's-
stops there.
Yeah.
God.
It's fucking
And-
old, man. It's running good now. And it's not like I'm doing the work on it. I've fucking just been writing checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Like,
now
you
it
have-
runs.
there's
There's some
no
things I'll do.
doors on
I
it.
changed the seats.
yeah. There's no
You know,
doors
there's
on
4
it.
bolts. I could do that.
There's no doors on
Nah,
it.
no doors, no
Oh,
top.
I'd be scared of that.
No, it's the best.
It's
So freeing. It's
I
open.
think that's pretty cool.
It's talking with
If you live somewhere where it's nice and just no doors,
Yeah.
just
It's the
jump
best,
in and
dude.
out.
Bugs, birds.
I was talking to Kyle Kingsbury is a fucking from On It, and one of the things he was telling me is like, so people that get like trapped like in, you know, like a box at home and then fucking commute in a box like on their way to work and then are stuck in a box.
I've
once they get
seen
there,
this
right?
before. They call box life.
And so basically saying that like if you're to go for like get outside and be, I don't know, just in open air, like you can for an hour a day like reduces depression by over 60%.
I believe it 100%.
But if you go for a walk in a city, it doesn't
Yeah.
count. It doesn't change anything.
that makes
That's
sense.
really
Makes
weird.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're in a box house. You watch box TV.
Yeah.
You get in your box car.
It's
go
totally
to your
different
box
driving
office.
the Jeep because it's fucking open air. You can feel temperature change.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got to
Like
be a
leaving
little.
the
It's got to
city.
make a little bit of a.
It's I drive it
hate-
around and smile like a big fucking idiot.
Like, I hate New York City,
yeah,
I can't
just
stand.
not
It's
into
like
it.
another planet.
LA.
man.
Like,
I need really small doses.
yeah.
Yeah, in and
of
out
those
is
places.
okay.
Definitely in and out. Like, I can't. New York, like, is just
It's another planet.
mind numbing to me.
Another
See, we're
Think
we're
about it.
leaving Christmas Day to not do weird Christmas shit. My wife and I always plan a trip Christmas Day and leave until New Year's.
Oh, it's great.
And so
Such a good idea.
like we'll give you Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
but then we're getting the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Taking a cheap flight on
So
Christmas Day.
we're taking my truck and my truck's in the shop right now getting roof racks put on.
Uh-huh.
And so I've got a rooftop tent that goes on the like camper shell in my truck.
Hold on. Did you post a picture of like some like you made like basically a fort?
I didn't make shit. I
But I'm
bought
saying,
a tent
like-
that goes on top of the truck.
What I'm saying is like I saw some picture.
yeah,
that
that's
you
basically
posted
what it is.
where there's a fort made.
Yeah, on top of the truck.
I feel like I would live there.
Dude, it's the coolest. It's every bit the coolest of like getting to hang out and camp in a tent plus a treehouse.
Yeah. It is the craziest looking. It looks like an Ewok village.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And so we're
I'm gonna
driving
get
out to Sedona
Yeah.
and gonna go fucking camp for a week
That's
I don't
sweet.
even know
and
where
get
that
weird.
is.
Arizona.
Cool.
There's apparently like energy vortexes. It's fucking weird
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh
going
wow,
on out
there's a
there.
lot
I'm
going
gonna
on.
Yeah.
Go get real weird in the woods.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Do you want to talk about Hate Brand?
Sure.
Okay.
I own an apparel brand
Yeah.
You put that out there.
called
Yeah, so
Hate
just-
Brand Goods.
Yeah. put it over.
Yeah. So it's spelled HVIII. So it's not so it's slightly more confusing than the other way, but also don't have a bunch of dudes with tiki torches trying to buy my shirt. So stoked on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't want to make that weird pivot.
Very smart. Very smart.
It's been good, man. We started the company. So I started writing a few books regarding training and stuff like that. And one of the things I wrote about in the book was this idea of the hate.
Yeah.
And so the message kind of behind it was this, like, just not listening to your own bullshit and your own entitlement that you think you got.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, you're fucking responsible for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, you want to get better, you want to do this, like, you choose to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fucking you have your own stuff that says, oh, I can't, I'm tired. Like, no one owes you anything,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Stop blaming
Do
other
your
people.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so, it was just this refusal to not better yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's kind of what the hate was. And it was something my brother and I had talked about for years, about like looking at different athletes and shit like that. Like a guy like Jerry Rice, like this stories of, you know, Jerry Rice basically being the best receiver of all time, but still going out and like fucking killing people in practice. And, like, catching bricks and running hills. And
Yep.
like, that dude fucking hates himself more than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, at some point I'd be like, pretty fucking good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but that guy's,
I could lay back a little
you know,
bit.
that guy's doing it.
Yeah. James Harrison is like, that's one of the dudes where like James Harrison's 43 now.
Yeah.
And I mean, he still outdoes everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You know, and I mean, look, there's a lot of stuff I don't have control over. I'm not 6'5" and 300 fucking 20 pounds like my brother. You know, I'm not these other big guys that I've competed with. I don't have Hapthor's height.
Of course. Got a
But I
shitty
can
knee.
choose to fucking show up on time.
Yeah.
I can choose
There's
to put
things
in
you
effort.
things you can
I
control.
can choose not to eat like an asshole.
Yeah.
And I can choose to fucking outwork you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I got beat because I was unprepared, like, that's my fault.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show up and do your fucking job.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, like, holding yourself accountable to that, that's really what it all started. And so, you know, a couple books in, and then October of 2014, got asked, you know, by enough people, I guess, like, hey, you should sell a shirt. I'm like, I don't want to fucking sell t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had another job at the time and stuff like that, and got lucky enough that a buddy of mine who does screen printing and does these other things was like, look, man, I can help you with this, and you know, why don't we come up with a design, and then we'll do a pre-order, and then like whatever profits from the pre-order, we order more shirts, and then we've got inventory.
Yes.
So I've got $0 invested.
Yep.
Cool, man, let's run it. Sold like 40 shirts in a week. Bought more shirts, sold those, bought more
There
shirts.
you go. Yeah.
And
Now you're sitting on some shirts.
Yeah.
now we're here. Now we're, you know, the end of 2017, and things have gone well, and this
You
is
got
now
belts,
what
you
I
got
do for a
coffee.
living.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a coffee company. And
It's fucking cool.
it's fucking weird,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Time to rehab the knee.
Yeah, it was cool in March when the other job decided, you know, to fire me. You know, it was just they weren't going to ever move to the area that they had hired me to do sales in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as far as I'm concerned, they, you know, I guess the PC term is they let me go,
Gotcha.
you know. But if a company decided yesterday it was cool to give me a paycheck,
Yeah.
and then today it's not, they fucking fired me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother
Yeah,
my ego.
I'm a realist.
But it was cool to have already got this ball rolling on 3 years of a fucking business,
Yeah.
to be like, well, let's make a run at this,
Yeah.
because it was already working.
Yeah.
And so it's been fucking cool, man. And I'm kind of getting to do whatever it is I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not making millions of dollars or any of that shit, but I live in Louisiana. It's not terribly expensive.
Nope.
And so I
Smart.
get to fucking travel and do this and make
Yeah.
YouTube videos and have basically a life that would be really hard to explain to my grandfather what it is I do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Believe me,
You
my
own an
mom.
apparel company? Like
Yeah.
you have a store? Well, no.
Yeah.
So you guys, like, people put in orders on the internet and then you ship stuff? Like, well, yeah, but like not me personally.
Uh-huh.
I've actually never been to the warehouse that
Yeah.
holds all of our stuff. They
Yeah.
do a great job.
It's there. Yeah.
What is it you say you
they're
do
killing
here,
it.
son?
Yeah.
Goddamn people person.
Yeah.
You know, it's been cool, man. But it's a weird world out there getting to do that. And so I've got a podcast now, and I still write. And it's fun.
But like
Yeah.
to do all this stuff you're talking about, yeah, it takes a certain type of attitude. And
Of course.
you definitely
I mean,
get it.
You definitely choose to fucking make it happen, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, at least now the ball's in my court.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've also been home for like 6 days in the past 3 weeks.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, tops.
Yeah.
So
Which
That's
a lot,
also
yeah,
pretty
a lot-
cool.
also cool. I
I think it's great. A lot of people will be like, ooh, but you know.
it's not for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like it. I like being on the move. And,
Yes.
you know, for me, I don't know how many fucking days I got left. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Exactly.
I could very easily get hit by a meteor tonight.
Didn't-
Probably the most likely scenario.
Or a bus
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you know, and make the fucking time while you got it.
Yeah. And do shit you enjoy.
Do shit you enjoy. You know,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, I'm very fortunate that it's worked out. I'm very fortunate that, you know, that I got to compete in a sport and find something that I was very good at. But
Yep.
I mean, I'm not pissing and moaning over the fact that, I mean, look, chances are I'm not going to find another thing that I'm going to be best in the world at.
Yes.
I found the one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which a lot of people don't
Right.
even find that.
And so, but I'm not pissing and moaning that I don't get to do it anymore.
yeah.
The time's done.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
My favorite with that is Dorian Yates on Instagram. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I went full go with bodybuilding and I'm done.
Right.
Like, he's totally okay with that. You know what I mean?
For me, it was kind of the realization that I just don't think throwing had any new lessons for me.
Yeah.
Training will always.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You know, but that's
You can always hold
the
on to
process, right?
Yeah.
And that's that loving the process of it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing is that we all know at some point, guys who've chased a passion is, and there's no there. Like, there's not a finish line I'm actually going to ever get to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be
Like
in
an
the
ultimate
fucking
goal.
process and in the hunt and in the work
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not, we sold X amount of shirts, may as well just fucking
Yep.
put the feet up.
Dunzo.
Yeah.
You know what I
Fold it
mean?
up. Yeah.
I
Nailed
mean,
it.
celebrate for 2 seconds and then say, okay, how do we double it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I had someone ask me that today, and it was kind of the same thing where it's like an old high school friend, literally, was, you know, that we just started like getting back in contact, and they knew me like different. I was a different person.
Sure,
you know what
sure.
I mean? And like, they were like, hey,
Fucking hope so.
yeah, but they were like, hey, like, were you like really, like when you were out of shape, were you like really depressed? And I was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. And like, well, are you ever going to be like out of shape again? And I was like, no.
No.
Yeah.
And like, it was like, and I mean, obviously, like everybody has a catalyst for that, right? So at one point in time in your life, you were just like, well, I'm not going to be the nail anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the fucking hammer.
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean?
I'm the one fucking driving the boat.
Yeah.
Of course.
Less excuses.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a couple. I told the story on a podcast a while ago on this one, where I got in a fight with like 3 people in Oxford, England,
Nice.
and like
Bunch of smart dudes.
got hit with a
It's
bottle.
essentially the plot to Good Will Hunting too.
Yes, yeah. And then you know, I'm a rocket science now. I'm a rocket science.
Yes.
Guys.
It's not rocket appliances.
Guys.
So I got hit with a bottle, and like I took
Typical fucking English move.
I took the most damage in a
Yeah.
fight that I had taken in years. And at that point in time, I gave up. Someone posted a picture, Rap Boy, our old drummer, posted a picture of me, like, from that, kind of right that time period.
Yeah.
I look fucking awful. Like, and I remember it. Like, I remember it was, like, right when my, like, knees started, like, really bothering me. My ankles started bothering me. I just gave up. I was like, fuck it. I'm not working out anymore. And
Cheeseburgers are delicious.
I didn't do shit for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Except for play shows. I was like, this is cool. Awesome.
Basically exercise. I'm sweaty.
Gave the fuck up. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I gave up and I was terribly depressed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Like at that time. And whatever. And just now in my head, it's the thing that I like hold on to is just like, it's never going to be me. It's always going to be someone else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which means like, if there's people coming at me, it's always going to be them going down, not me.
Fucking
You know what
right.
I'm
And
saying?
that's a choice
So,
too, you know
exactly.
what I mean?
And that's like a thing where it's like, and you can take that in like different points of life, like business,
Yep.
anything, band. Like our band is like cutthroat as fuck. Hey, you want to take us on tour? Good luck. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just that.
We're gonna
like,
fucking play.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna lay up.
Nope.
You could cut the stage off. We're gonna go anywhere we can to put our show on. You know what I mean? Like
Hell yeah.
that type of thing. So it's just I've always had that attitude, and I'll never go back to that 3 years of like just like this is cool.
Right. You know, and that's
Especially now you know what that felt like.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't want to go back to it.
You know, I always think about that. Like, you know, fuck, I know plenty of people that have, you know, just get complacent, right? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden wake up and realize, like, how the fuck did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, you put on 100 pounds since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is essentially less than a pound a year for a decade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or less than a pound a month for a fucking decade.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could accidentally do that.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're fucking 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're far gone.
I currently weigh 20 pounds less than I graduated high school at, which
Yeah.
is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
But also cool. Not too many people can say that.
Right. Not a lot of folks can say it. Most people will just continually gain weight until they die.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Most people do that.
Yeah.
And I don't want that fucking life, man. I don't want that. And the physical side of things, like that's the same way that I look at money. Money to me, money's options.
Yeah.
That's all it can buy me. It buys me the options. I didn't have to be fucking stressed because I had a flat tire.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's freedoms that come with it. I'm not stressed about my fucking mortgage being paid this month.
Yeah.
It's options. I've got the option to do this instead of that.
Yes.
I'm never backed into a corner. And that's the same way that I feel now about like my strength and being fit. It's like, well, I can go on a fucking hike.
Yeah.
If I want to go do this thing, I'm physically fucking capable.
Yeah.
If we want to go to the gym, like I'm not training for a thing anymore. I don't give a fuck what we do in the gym. I just want to go lift.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not out of shape to where like, oh dude, I don't know if I want to do that. I'll be so fucking sore.
Yeah.
I mean,
pump
we know
time.
those guys.
Yeah.
I just want to go hang out, man.
Exactly.
And if we're going to hang out in the gym, that's cooler. Like, I worked in bars. I've been in plenty of fucking bars. I know that story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I knew the fucking 20 dudes that I hung out with, and I remember feeling like, it's fucking Groundhog's Day.
Yep.
Yeah. And
You
they're
guys are
still,
just saying
they're-
the fucking stories
and
that you
they're
talked about
still
last
doing it.
week.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
still doing
And
it.
you haven't done a new fucking thing
It
since.
kills me, man.
Yeah.
That's like my least favorite talk.
No, dude. I
There's
just
a lot
wanna,
of that.
I want to see the world and experience new fucking cool shit. I want to do awesome things with amazing people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being surrounded by amazing people helps too.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean?
Being the least successful of the people that I'm surrounding myself with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like you
You know,
said,
fucking find that drive and find
Yes.
friends that want you better.
Yeah.
yeah,
so-
people that drive you.
Yeah. And motivation comes from all types of fucking places, right? So it's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody.
It's kind of like a tug adventure.
It is a tug adventure.
start
It's a
with-
magic adventure.
Start with Asians, and then 3.5 hours
Next
later,
thing you know, you're watching Max Hardcore and it's gotten out of control.
you're tugging off to
Paul Little pre-jail is
Yeah.
going a real aggressive way in his life.
You start pumping a straight minute to a chick where you just see boobs, and then there's
then
a
she's
dong.
got a dong.
And you're
So,
like, you know
here's-
what?
here- just-
I'm the only one in this room right now.
I'm saying I'm running a theory.
and I was feeling it, so I'm going for
If
it.
you've got porn, right, that let's say we're gonna watch a not sure-
Kevin's over there like,
I apologize for the
back on
lack
this
of
again.
PC terms. I'm from Louisiana.
yeah,
We're gonna watch a
Not a big deal.
transvestite porn here,
Yeah.
a she-male, if
Yes.
you will. She-male and a hot chick is the straightest porn you can watch.
because there's 4 boobs.
You got 4 boobs. You don't have 2 chicks is lesbian porn,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? You can enjoy it as a connoisseur,
Yeah,
but it's definitely lesbian porn.
yeah. Because
right?
you're never going to be in this situation
Never,
because
right?
you don't have a vagina.
Right.
There you
Then
go.
you've got a dong for proper penetration,
Yeah,
but you don't have some fucking dude's face.
yeah.
You don't have Peter North fucking squeezing
It
one
looks
off.
nice.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Peter North sat in front of me at a Andrew Dice Clay show once, and he was with 4 women. It was like the coolest, and it was like shot Andrew Dice Clay. Like
Nice.
he was wearing like a cut off jean, or
That's the
no,
best.
a cut off leather like jacket, but like the stuffing was sticking out. Like he actually cut the sleeves out.
Yeah.
Wearing sweatpants.
How
Yeah, like those
It was
big,
awesome.
big
what a
sunglasses.
maniac that
I
guy
loved
is,
him.
dude.
Bald
Just
hair,
talk
slick
about that
back.
living the gimmick.
Dude, I
Oh,
fucking
dude.
love him.
So good.
That show, the dice, like that
you
show
told me
Dice
about it. It's
is
great.
you can watch the entire season like
It's easy.
right
to
like
do.
this,
Yeah.
bam,
Ugh.
and
He's
he's
incredible.
Because
He's
like the
fucking
show,
awesome.
the show is obviously like he gets it.
He
don't
was
give
definitely
a
a guy
fuck.
like I wasn't a big fan of comedy wise until I've started hearing him more like on Rogan.
Yeah.
Where he was
Oh, he's
on
great.
Opie and Anthony a lot.
Yeah.
I say
So
Open
was
Anthony's
driving a
really
lot.
good. The one time he called in
It's
from the
like,
bathroom,
oh,
he was super
God
high. It was
damn it.
awesome.
Or he just showed up and like started smoking cigarettes in their office
Yes.
like 2 years ago, and the whole fucking building went bananas
Yeah.
about it.
I love him.
He's fucking nice.
Dude, he is the man, dude. What did the chick that plays his wife on the show,
Yeah.
Natasha.
Yeah.
She said like when they were filming, like they stopped at like a 7-Eleven and he like stole candy. They're like his manager
Well,
freaked
he
out on him.
talked
He's
about
like,
that on
and he-
O&A that he steals shit.
Yeah, and
He's like,
he
I steal
just
shit all the time.
his excuse he goes, it tastes better when it's stolen. It's
Like he was saying, like this leather
fucking love it.
jacket I'm wearing right now, I stole it.
Yeah, I love
Put it
that.
on in the dressing room and just fucking walked out with it.
He's
People
so
didn't like it.
fucking cool.
How
He's,
awesome is that?
he's the best, man.
Just a lunatic.
He was on Entourage. He was great on Entourage.
Kevin has to work in the morning.
Yeah, Kev's got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
We're putting
His eyes are literally
Jesus
red. I'm
Christ.
looking
Beet
at him.
red.
You mean he works later today,
Yeah, exactly.
as they call it?
He's got
Poor
work.
Kevin.
Poor Kevin's got to work.
We've been just
This is
gabbing.
way past my bedtime. We've
We've
been
been-
slamming these bangs, though.
Yeah,
How'd you like
that's.
the,
I love that he gave us the bang thing. We say bang every week. We talk
We
about
put bangs
bang.
over
We
hard.
bang this.
Oh yeah,
We banged this out good.
Sorry, Monster.
You,
You guys still got my heart.
yeah. You better say that.
You did root beer. I can't do the root beer.
I like it.
If you like root beer, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's not bad. You're not root beer.
It
guy.
I
tastes
would
just like root beer.
prefer like a cocaine flavor.
Yeah, just straight up cocaine.
What about like that like
Colombian?
There
that
was an
weird
energy
like
drink
bleach
called
smell that
liquid
comes
cocaine.
from tug sessions?
Yeah,
That's just
Weird.
awful. To be the worst flavor
Yeah.
possible.
My favorite thing you said about the long tug sessions was I've fallen asleep and woken back up.
Definitely.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
The whole reason I'm jerking off is
Yeah.
to fall asleep, but I do. But then I wake up like,
No, we gotta
oh
finish
no,
this.
I
did it
have to
last
jerk
night.
off. Yeah.
I did it last night. Lights on, just asleep, and then I woke up and I was like,
Oh, well, I gotta
yeah,
finish
"Here we
this.
go."
You would be a really weird Sims character to watch.
Yeah, I would love to make that. Like, just I look insane too. Like
Well,
big
not only
mustache,
that, like-
bald head,
But
weird
you've been a
glasses.
shapeshifter over times too, which is also
Yes.
very exciting.
Yes, like that VG has that shirt out right now, and they called me the David, Bowie,
Bowie
of
of
hard-
hardcore.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like right now I'm pulling that weird bald guy from Road Warrior.
You got a bit of an action. Yeah, you got an Action Bronson or not Action Bronson.
Just Bronson.
yeah,
Charlie
Bronson, Charles
Yeah.
Bronson, or
The dude Bronson.
Humongous, Lord Humongous.
Yeah.
Lord Humongous.
Well,
yeah.
the police chief from Road. If you guys look up Road Warriors, the police chief is just. He looks just like me.
The movie Road Warrior is so pro wrestling, it's out of control.
awesome.
Yeah.
So much shit came from
It's a
wrestling.
great film.
All right, let's
wrap
cut
it
it
up.
off. For
You can
Kevin.
catch the second half of this on my podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like we
This'll
should
be
say,
great.
because this is going to come out today, tomorrow,
Yeah.
Thursday. We're crunch time now, 2 days out from the Christmas show.
Holy shit!
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be insane.
Very, very excited.
I'm starting to get like that fucking horrible feeling of like that's gonna be the day that Blizzard 77 happens again. Fuck yeah! And
Nice.
everybody's in.
Before I got to Grapplers today, my
need
stomach hurt so bad just from like nervousness. Sucks.
I
How
thought
long
about
in
this
that crowd
today.
if it gets Blizzard in before people start eating each other?
It's
Hours.
I would love
It's
that.
not going to take long.
No,
I just
I was
knocked,
starving.
I knocked on this table because I thought of something this morning.
Uh-huh.
What if a ring rope breaks?
Nah, we got that covered.
I
got
would
3,
kill
though.
myself.
That's
Yeah,
brother. It's happened.
you
a
just
bunch.
want
It's-
to. Andy
I
went out
would-
and
they
hung
can-
himself.
they
This
can-
is
on the rope.
aggressive.
Yeah, fuck, man.
It's just one rope. You got
a rope.
3.
We were gonna break it, or we were gonna fix it in 10 minutes, but he killed himself.
Really,
I like-
that
Trust me,
escalated
that,
quickly.
That shit's all taken care of, man.
I'm sweating about everything. This is
When I-
real. This is reality you're hearing right now.
Dude,
Like,
when I told my mom that my opponent, his flight lands when the show starts, she like her head
Yo, Big
spun
Nate-
off her shoulders. Like she doesn't my mom doesn't understand anything I do, and when I told her that, she was just like, like what?
Yeah. So big.
He's gonna
Big
come
Nate,
off a plane and wrestle.
Big Nate right now. We live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You're in Buffalo right now. It's snowing outside. It is snowing in Detroit right now. Big Nate and his wife are just stuck at the Detroit airport right now, and they just text me and said they'll land in an hour. They get
Hell
there
yeah.
just before 2. What if that happens to Sammy?
Yeah, that's gonna be tight, man.
We got to get a hold of just. I forgot his name already. We got to get a hold of Billy Gunn. we need an opponent. Billy Gunn.
Your driving distance? We'll call Dreamer and
Yeah.
Look, I
Philadelphia.
brought my knee brace.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know how to tag
Matt
into
Vincent.
this. This isn't, I'm going to get a quick rundown. I need
Yeah.
just one match to memorize. I don't need
Yeah.
to know any moves. It's like I don't know how to speak French, but I learned it phonetically to
Yeah.
actually just say
Yeah.
these lines.
Yeah, just these 3 lines.
Taking home with a power slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bada boom,
Someone
bada
tap
bing.
me. Tap me out.
That's
All right.
it, man.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
This is Matt Vincent. I like the fact that you guys didn't know what the fuck he does.
Doesn't matter.
Until there was like an hour into the the podcast.
Do you want to drop your socials and stuff?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at I Hate Matt Vincent, spelled with a HVIII. It's like a Roman numeral. For those out there. And then YouTube is Matt Vincent or Matthew Vincent. It's one of those two.
Pretty
easy to find.
Self-explanatory.
And then thehate.com is the website where you can buy T-shirts and apparel type things.
Good shit, man.
Yeah,
There it is. Can you get your books on there?
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're all there. Use code subscriber if you'd like to save some fucking money.
Look at that.
Hey-o. Thanks for coming on, man.
It's fucking great fun.
Hell yeah.
We have a little closing line, and that is, the heat's in the ring, brother.
See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Adios.